Hello and welcome. I am Weenus and I'm joined by Tiger. Hello, Tiger, as well as Star Knight. Welcome on in. This is the interview for the Div D West Coastal Finals between Clouded Minds versus Waiting on Cherry. We are starting with Clouded Minds and Star Knight. How are you both, gentlemen?
I'm feeling pretty good. Very pumped about tonight. It's feels like a date with Destiny.
Nice. Like the person Destiny, or just like Destiny as part of your future?
Destiny as in part of my future.
Okay, very good. Well, we're gonna hop right on in. Tiger, do you want to go first? Why don't you go first?
All right, yeah, just Star, why don't you introduce your team for us, who you are, how you got together, where you're from, and kind of what you're all about.
Okay, so Clouded Minds has been together since season 2 of NGS. We originally started out as a World of Warcraft guild. That's where I met Ruffian and Trelana. So we all played together for 10 plus years now. We are former Graham champions, with you, Tiger, and Venus being a part of that squad. We, along the way, divvied up a little bit. You guys are part of Clouded Minds After Dark, and I took over OG CM, as I'm going to refer to it in this interview. We found KC Court, our tank, last season in the Combine, and he's been a fantastic addition for us in our group. And we also added Traxix this season, and she's been, again, also very fantastic to play with. As far as like where I'm from, I'm an East Coaster playing on the West Side, so I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Not sure
Very nice.
what I want to know.
Very good. I
Very
swear
nice.
I'm not crying. Something flew into my eye and it's watering, although I am getting emotional. All right. So I'm going to hop in with the next question. Did you see your team getting here to the Coastal Finals at the beginning of the season?
I think we planned for whatever course this season took us. I mean, the goal ultimately is always to go all the way. To get here in this fashion was a little unexpected, and what I mean by that is we've been very conscious of the target on our back, as we've been pretty much have not dropped a map until last week against Once Upon a Time. That was actually our first map we dropped this entire season. So it was a very impressive undefeated streak that we had. Not to say that we didn't put in our time every week, every team we went against. We made sure that we did the proper research, we scouted them out as much as we could, and treated each team with the level of respect that they deserved, especially now within the playoffs, because they got here for a reason. And Waiting on Cherry has definitely proven that they belong in this final, so it's going to be a tough one for sure.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've had an impressive season, obviously, and what's even more impressive for me is that you added, a new player this season with Traxx, and I think you've had to adjust your playstyle a little bit for that. Given that, what do you think your greatest strengths are as a team that has kind of led you to all this success this season?
I would say that we've gotten very well at making snap decisions and decisions on the fly. I know this is my second season shot calling, and doing it from a role such as like a healer position is very high intense. So we're just layering on that. I know for me personally, I've been better at being more decisive, and my team as a whole has been a lot better, and we've improved every week of just being more responsive and very fast on like, okay, this is exactly what we're doing, and we just all go for it. We all commit to the idea of, okay, this is, if we want to go for this structure, we're getting it. If we want to go for a boss, we're getting it. And if we need to pull back, we know when to pull back.
Awesome.
So I think a little bit more on the execution of what we want to do. We've improved a lot on.
Nice.
That's great. That kind of answers my next question, which is, so what do you think your team has improved on the most over the season? Would you kind of include that as part of your strength?
Yeah, I would say that. I'd say we've also gotten a lot better at just valuing each other's opinions because I
Mhm.
don't know all the heroes. So I need to I need sometimes like an explanation on, okay, then what are you trying to do? What does this mean? What does this talent mean? Why is it a benefit? And it's like, okay, cool. I get it now. I see what you're doing.
So communication really playing a big part in your strength improvement this season, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll skip over to the next one, and we're switching gears a little bit. So how are you preparing for the Coastal Finals? Or what can you share at least about how you're preparing?
Just take it in how we did every week. Just researching, seeing what they like, seeing what they don't like, seeing what heroes they've been playing. We're watching all the VODs that we can on them. It's the same thing we do every week. Nothing entirely too different.
Very good. Just treat it like
Nice.
any other game and prep for it like it's going to be the hardest game of the season, just like you did for every game. Very nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you know, to be as good as you are, Star Knight and entire team Clouded Minds, you must love this game. I want to know what do you love most about this game, and what got you into it at the beginning?
What got me into it at the beginning was it kind of turned into one of those with a lot of people from World of Warcraft, one of those after raid night kind of activities where we would just play for like a couple hours. I originally started out as like the tank for our team, and then slowly transitioned over to a healing role because we could never really secure that role, or could never find people that wanted to do it for more than a season or two. So I've took over the healing position, I think season 7 fully. There's like a weird transition in season 6. So from there I've just stuck with it. I think what I like about the game the most, I would say, is we're a bit just I'm playing with like any kind of game like this. It's just playing with your friends, just having fun, goofing off, having just being able to also, in our case, being able to meet some of us and go to BlizzCon every year. Hopefully, we can do that very soon. Just being
I
able
miss
to
it.
like, yeah, right. Just being able to do just stuff like that with your friends that normally you don't get to do on a everyday basis like that. Just great memories, things like that.
Drink
Nice.
way too many shots and beers and be hungover for the opening ceremony. Yes, the same thing I do every year. Yes.
Yeah, of course. That sounds like every year. What are you talking about?
Of playing with your friends is very important. It's a big reason of why I enjoy the game as well. And you and your friends have done very well this season, as well as last season. Kind of getting creating a little bit of a pattern here. Will you be returning to NGS for season 12? And if you will be, do you think you'll be promoted up a division to Division C?
We'll definitely be returning for season 12 for sure. I would like to hope that our performance this season will get us promoted. We had thought that last season, but we were not. So it definitely gave us the opportunity to take a step back and realize, like, okay, so we're adding somebody new to our team. Let's just use this season to get used to that play style, and we'll see what happens. Here we are again, back at the finals for 2 seasons in a row.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna get serious on you for a minute here.
Okay.
If you could date with any hero of Heroes of the Storm, who would it be, and why are you about to pick Murky?
I just love sushi so much. I don't know. That's a good one. I had to date. I don't know.
I'll throw some out there: Li Ming,
Stitches,
Stukov.
Hogger. Ooh, Stukov. You could see the benefits of that date from about 20 feet away.
Yeah, right. I don't know. How about I'll go with like let's say Johanna.
Oh, nice. Ooh,
Oh,
spicy.
okay.
She's
Very good.
she's a strong, independent woman
Yeah,
who don't need no
strong woman.
man.
Get
She
that.
can she can
No.
handle her stuff.
He likes
She's-
strong women out there, ladies.
Yeah, right.
Have you met my friend Star Knight? All right,
Yeah.
that wasn't a real question that I made Tiger say. So Tiger, why don't you do the next question too?
Sure. Yeah. Anything that you want to say to your opponents that you are playing tonight? Anything at all?
I would say that we respect you personally. I mean, we have a couple of friends on the team on Waiting on Cherries. So I think it's going to be a good series no matter what happens. I know initially our first time around they were very cool about us being able to reschedule a little bit just due to some family emergencies that crept up, and we were very thankful for them doing that early on.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I did not want to play them, so I guess I can't get what I want. So I'm hoping for a great set, and we're gonna give each other everything we got.
Most excellent.
Nice.
No, I know Tiger and I are really looking forward to this match. All right, but anything else that you'd like to let your fans know before we get on out of here and get to the actual games?
I hope that we can entertain everybody. I hope that you enjoy what you see, and obviously glow colored minds. Let's do
Hell
this.
yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining me, Tiger, and we'll get into the game. We'll see you in there.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you soon. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pre-game interview with Waiting on Cherries Captain Dax. I'm joined by Tiger. Tiger, hello. Dax, hello. How are you gentlemen doing?
Doing well. I'm excited for the big game tonight. Dax, how you doing?
I am doing well. Just a pleasure to have you two fine gentlemen on the cast, and excited to get to play our friends over at Clouded Minds again tonight.
Oh, we can't wait. We got, friends. When you have friends on both teams, you're like, you don't necessarily have a horse in the race. You just want to see some good games, and you get to see your friends make huge plays on both sides. So, all right, let's hop right on in. So, Waiting on Cherry. Tell us something about your team, like who you are, or how you got together, where you're from, or what you're about as a team. Just pick something that you think helps describe your team a little bit, for people who don't know much about it.
Sure. So we originally played together as a team. My first season, which would have been NGS season 8, I came in as a free agent, and they actually had picked me up as an an offlaner, and then that's when I got my first start. And then people started school, so we only did the first season together, which coincidentally we made it to Division Coastal Finals. So then they took 2 seasons off, and then we decided to plan our comeback, and here we are, Coastal Finals again.
Very good, making the repeat run.
Yeah, a little bit a tougher route this time. I mean, some great teams back in that Division D. The Randy Newmans we actually lost to in the Coastal Finals. Their Div B team now. We actually beat what used to be the Bloodfin Murgles, which is like a rendition of Amateur Opponent now. So, and I think they're up there in Div B as well. So here we are, just trying to make our trek back and yeah, maybe come out for not necessarily bad blood, but just kind of finish where we left off.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So did you think at the beginning of the season that you'd be here, that you'd be here in the finals?
I think that's everyone's plan going in, right? They all want to do well. Nobody wants to lose. You know, we recognized a lot of teams like in the division, a lot of names like Clouded Minds for sure. Just a solid team, but Lulu and Puns Upon a Time is a really good team. And fortunate enough, we were put in the West Coast where a lot of like it was kind of split between West and East Coast of a lot of those heavy hitters. But I think we just took it game by game, and that's what we were looking for. But yeah, we definitely went out trying to make it back to the big dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so your team has now made it into finals again, into Coastal Finals. Is that right? All the way to Coastal Finals?
Yes. Yep. So this will be Coastal Finals. So one more step we got to get through. Unfortunately, the juggernaut that is the Clouded Minds.
Yes.
The regular season didn't drop a single map, which I believe it was history, right? I don't think that's ever happened before. Which just again, just couldn't happen to a greater group of people. Just super excited for them. You know, rooting for them secretly, not necessarily even secretly, just in all the like in the Discord and in the streams, just cheering for them. You know, they did lose, so the pressure's not there anymore, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe we lucked out. Puns Upon a Time maybe injured them for us as we head into the game tonight, or maybe the stress isn't there. They lost. They know what the loss feels like. They can bounce back from that. But no, I'm just excited for a good set of games, and just the B steps will happen. I was already told that if I get a 1v1 by Trax, she will B step me. She's like, just no, it's out of love. And I said, oh, 100%, I know it. I said, I'll laugh my butt off if I get to B step.
So one captain being a cheerleader for the enemy team. I see what's going on here. No, it's great to be friends with teams, even if you have to play each other. It's all fun. Okay, so since you've gone once again back to the Coastal Finals, what do you think is your team's greatest strength that's really helped you get there this season?
I think I want to say our continuity. Like we kind of picked up where we left off. This season we kind of had some stuff happen. We lost our mage player in Mr. Potato Head due to some IRL stuff. He had to step away from the game, and then we had Sneaky. But just kind of like just the off practice times that we played together, just random nights drinking, playing HOTS. Having a good time. It was, the communication was there without having to say a whole lot, right? Like the positioning was there from the tanks, the follow-up was there. And I just think that continuity of us just playing together for so long just made it like jumping right into the season a little bit easier.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, sometimes if you're familiar with, a set of people and you get to play with them all the time, sometimes when you take breaks and you come back to it, it all kind of fits back into place. That's excellent.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you had a rough patch there either in the middle towards the beginning of the season, but obviously you've come on very strong towards the end. What do you think that is due to, and where have you guys improved the most over that period of time?
So yeah, so that rough patch, like I said, we lost Potato. So shout out to him. Like I said, he had COVID and had some really hard times and stuff developed from that. So we did have Sneaky on the roster. Unfortunately, it was it just happened to be right after roster lock. So just getting Sneaky worked in and finding his hero pool and what worked and what I could do. It was just more so just putting him in the best position to to succeed himself, and then just and go from there. I think the draft, I think for me personally, since I do most of the drafting for the team, I think when we went through that rough patch, it got me to kind of tone it down. Like, I'm not going to look to run anything like real strange and weird, like triple bruiser, double support, anything crazy like that, I think maybe in the earlier of the seasons we were trying to run. And then especially with, a Sneaky coming on board and his hero pool, just kind of draft more so comfort picks instead of trying to get wild and just go for that showboat and mentality when it comes to the drafts.
Nice.
So you have a player named Sneaky come on, and
Mhm.
you do less sneaky comps. Is that?
Yes, yes, that is the big the galaxy brain play there. Yeah, we need to get him on some invisible heroes just for the namesake.
Excellent. So you said you kind of toned it down a little bit as far as some of the craziness and some of the prep. What would you say that you do to prep for a game like this, like in the Coastal Finals? Are you just still kind of taking it easy and not trying to force too much information, or is it hard to find a balance?
So for me, I know I've had this conversation actually with I think both of you at this point that it's hard to find a balance because with the drafting I also do a lot of the scouting, and with my job, so I work in traveling sales. So I spend a lot of time in the car, and I have a lot of time to think about HOTS, and I do probably mock drafts in my brain 4 hours a day. So if it's this map, and we ban this, they ban that, and a lot of that running into my through my brain, and again just daydreaming team comps, and and on paper it sounds good and it looks good, but at the end of the day, you still need to get in the game and play, and then that's where it kind of makes or breaks.
Very nice. Yeah, and you have a passion for the game. You think about it 4 hours a day.
Minimally.
What is it that you love about this game, and how did you get into this game to begin with?
So for me, I was actually a dirty Overwatch player. So I played Overwatch originally, and then my friends would they would jump in. They only wanted to play League of Legends and ARAM, and then one night we had downloaded this and played it, and I was hooked. I love the MOBA scene. Like Pro League of Legends is amazing to watch. The production quality is so good. And I just ended up sticking with HOTS. I stopped playing Overwatch. I just committed to playing this game. And then me being me, I want to do what I see. At the time it was HGC. Like I think it was right after Deckard was released. So I think that was probably end of 2018 is when I started playing.
Oh.
So like I'm watching HGC. Yeah, I'm watching HGC. I'm seeing what the pros are doing, and it's not what's happening in Storm League, right? So it's just like, that's when I led to NGS here, and like I said, that was right about season 8, and I've been here ever since, and loving every minute of it.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. All right. Let's see. We're going to skip over one question here. Just move on to the next one because it's so important. Dax, if you could go on a date with any hero in Heroes of the Storm, who would it be and why is it murky?
He knows how to handle that codfish.
The big tuna kahuna.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to. You don't have to pick murky.
If I had to choose a date, oh man, that's a toss up. Like that's kind of like
Do you pick Lost Vikings because there's 3 of them? I don't know.
I get you could do Lost Vikings. I don't know. Like, who do you think I guess would be like a good eater, right? Because like I don't want to take out like because some females, like if you take them out on like your first date, like your wives or your girlfriends or whatever, and they're nervous to eat in front of you, it's like nah, no way. Like get the ribs, get a beer, whatever you want, it's fine. So I'm thinking maybe on the lines of Alex Straza. That might be. She doesn't look like she's afraid to eat, and I'm a-okay with that.
Sonya
Oh, for sure. She's getting like the extra side of chicken breast with her porterhouse. She's got.
Does anybody want dessert? Oh,
yeah.
Hand up in
That's
the
just
air.
how she eats. Yeah, she just eats it. She just screams, and that's it. Yeah. So I
Nice.
think that would be a toss-up. I think it would be Alex Straza or Sonya for sure.
Very good. Very
Or
good.
even Zarya. Throw Zarya in there as well.
Oh, nice.
All right. 2 questions in one. What do you want to say something to Clouded Minds before tonight's big match? And I want to hear what your prediction is on what's going to happen tonight.
All right. So saying to them, like, win or lose here for either team. Like I said, I wish them the luck with whatever happens. A great group of people. And don't take the B steps personal. I just do it for fun, especially against friends. And then I'm hoping it's gonna be a close one. I know the first time we ran into each other this season, game number 1 was real close. I know that they've said, at least to me, that we were the tougher team, one of the tougher teams that they played this season. So I think we're going to try and make it close. Last time in Coastal Finals, we got 3-0'd by Randy Newman, so I don't want that to happen. I'm hoping to at least go to a 5-game set. I'd like to say that we are going to win, but again, I'm not going to be too upset if they end up walking away with the 3-2 and go on to represent our division in the grand finals.
Excellent. Well, I've cleared my schedule this evening, so we could go 5 games and then add another 5 if we feel like we need to.
Yeah, we just switch to hot shots after that.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time, Dax, and Tiger. Thank you as well. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you in there in a little bit.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank
good
you.
luck.
Yep.
Bye-bye. This could be the last fight. We'll see what happens. Here comes a big grapple bomb, catching so many members. Down goes Misha, down goes Rexar, and Anduin. Deep Cherrywood is next. Down goes Varian.
Garrosh, yes you can. APOC coming out. There we go. Big combo. Ring of Frost in the backline, catching 3. The Deathwing coming up from the heavens.
King maximum thrust, but anyone is kind of zoning in the backline, but with Traxx arriving, this fight is over. The Molten Breath to finish the job.
Mark onto Ruffian in the back. Here comes the mech exploded. Acid. Oh, down goes Brightwing. Down goes Sonya, and it's bad news being stuck into that slowing sands. Down will go May. Down goes Varian. It's a quad kill for Clouded Minds.
But that's a great tunneling claws by Discord. Boss captured by waiting on Cherry. Falster taken out. Boss start on everyone.
Temporal Loop also used there. D-Cherry in a lot of trouble with no. The Marnus goes down. Deathwing goes down. That's 3 for none.
Ooh, it's close. So many flames on the point. Shadow Vera getting very low. Down goes Johanna. The Claren's in trouble. Imperius goes down next. Tiny Twitch is taking too much damage. There goes Anduin, and it is a boss save.
It's about to get to keep the team alive. Discord with the slows. Budmax taken out. It's a reset galore for the members of Waiting on Cherry.
Huh? I think we're all here. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on. Welcome, everybody. I am Weenus. I'm joined tonight by Tiger and Skycake. Gentlemen, hello. How are you?
Doing awesome. How you doing, Tiger?
Doing well, doing well. Excited for tonight's match. It's a big one.
Absolutely. This is the Div D West Coastal Finals to see who will win the entire division for Season 11. We have the number 1 seed, Clouded Minds, versus the number 6 seed, Waiting on Cherry. Let's see how we got here. Let's take a look at the bracket. Okay, here is the bracket. So Clouded Minds beat out the 8th seed, Lower Expectations, and Puns Upon a Time, the 5th seed, and that puts them here in the Coastal Finals. At the bottom there we see Waiting on Cherry, the 6th seed. They beat out the 3rd seed, Maximum Thrust. The 2nd seed, TRSG Knights. Will they beat out the 1st seed tonight? Gentlemen, predictions?
They had super strong performances. I watched both the matches that they had. If they get a hold of that Leo Stukov, if Clouded Minds lets that go, they're going to be in a big trouble tonight, I think, for any of their matches. So we'll see. Hopefully, we get some really fun, interesting bathtub-style comps going on tonight.
Yeah, if any team can beat Clouded Minds, it's going to be this Waiting on Cherry. But I'll tell you, Clouded Minds has been absolutely dominant the entire season. I look for them to really come out strong here.
I agree. I think we're going to see some great games. I'm going to be rooting for both teams, and I think I'm biased. I want to see 5. We may not get to 5, but I hope we do. We're going to hop into game number 1, but let's show everybody where we're going. I believe there will be more than 3 games. However, my overlays are lacking, and we are only going to be able to show 3 right here. But we are going to be going to Infernal Shrines for match number 1. Clouded Minds decided that they wanted hero pick, and they banned out BOE and Cursed Hollow. Waiting on Cherry banned out Alterac Pass, Braxis, and they are taking us to Infernal Shrines! Whew. Okay. Well, I think
Always
we've...
one for the theatrics.
Well, you know, my voice is going to hate me tomorrow, especially. I got to be careful. This is a 5-game set, so can't be too crazy. Let's check with our teams and see if they're ready. They are all patiently in the lobby, and I can say that their icons are all matched. Everybody's looking quite dapper, and I think we're... I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen.
Get ready to rumble.
Let's do it. Let's go, mother cluckers. Says D Cherrywood. Let's see. I think they might need to sort out the hat. No, I think they're good. Okay. Thanks everybody for joining us in chat. Thanks for being here. Hopefully everything works out all right. I'm streaming to a different Twitch than normal, but either way, we're gonna have a fun time and some great matches. All right, they are starting us on up. Here we go. Show me the money. Show me the money. Infernal Shrines! Oh boy. All right, so these teams like to do research, and they have looked at each other quite a bit, so I think we're going to see a lot of different targeted bans right away. But you can only ban so many heroes, right? You only get 2 bans and then one, you know, towards mid-draft. What do you think? Any predictions on bans?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
An Uther ban, perhaps?
An Uther ban's coming. Waiting on Cherry played a Stukov Leoric comp that was disgusting, and I'm guessing Clouded Mind's gonna ban a piece of that right here.
Get a piece of it.
Nope.
It's like speed banning right now. It's the new
That
Olympic
means-
event.
That means
I bet they're
Clouded
going to be
Mind's-
looking for that Sonya, though.
So Stukov, still a high ban, perhaps, for Waiting on Cherry. Let's see if they do pick up the Stukov ban. No, they're going to ban out the Gazlo instead.
Yep, they pick up Stukov here first. There you go.
Boom. Correct call. 1 cluck. I guess that was like 2.5.
Ooh, we earned clutch
Star Knight
for guessing.
is a god Stukov, so having Star Knight on Stukov is already scary.
Yeah, we'll see. got some good intros, but the overlays rip. Yes, Wolf, indeed. All right, what's first pick worthy here? Diablo and Tychus. These are 2 really good picks by Dax and D Cherrywood because it takes away the Diablo from Casey Court and it takes away the Tychus from Trill Lena.
Yeah, but look at that. Ruffian being able to take advantage of that Chromie pick. We don't see a lot of Chromie in these games because typically Chromie is one of the preferred bans in a lot of the lower leagues here. Just super dominating mage performance from Ruffian all season long when she gets that Chromie. So that's going to be interesting to see how much damage output she can get in this game.
Indeed. Now's a chance for another ban. Gonna ban out Sylvanas because it looks like they're kind of targeting Trillena. That's another Trillena pick there. And Medivh. Clouded Minds thinks that Waiting on Cherry is gonna play some crazy stuff. Get rid of that Medivh because it's a very unpredictable hero and can set up some crazy situations. All right, now what are we thinking? We're thinking Leoric?
They're gonna have to go some backline dive, I feel like. I mean, they are in a situation right now where if they don't find a way to really punish the Chromie, that's gonna be a big problem for them.
We do see Leoric and we do see Brightwing picked up. Good picks there. What tank are we going for on Clouded Minds? What do you think we're picking up here?
See, I think Casey Court's been playing around with the Anubarak. I bet that they try to take a look at that pickup right here. It might be a good option to dive in.
I like that idea, especially if you combo it with the Sonya Leap, right?
It could be great. So that's a lot of downtime on a hero of choice, but they go with the Joanna and the Lunara. It's interesting.
Okay.
Great vision on this map, so that's going to be good for rotation information. And the Joanna is always great with the objectives here. Awesome way to clear out and start collecting those minions as quickly as possible.
No one's picked up Falstad yet. Falstad is still out there.
Yeah, Busted Talent is banned, but still not so bad. Getting that auto attack speed, and we are going to see Mr. Sneaky on the Rainer. I like the slow synergy that you have on Clouded Minds. Johanna slow, Lunara slow. Probably going to see slowing sands from Chromie and time traps. Stukov, he got the pustules slowing everybody down. Sony's got a stun, but I think that slow potential is really strong for Clouded Minds.
Yeah, both sides looking pretty scary. These are great team comps. So with the Tychus and Mr. Rainer, this is Jimmy. He's coming for him, man. It's going to be real oppressive with the amount of disruption that they have on both sides. It's going to be interesting to see how these team fights play out.
I'm excited. Let's see it as we get into game number 1. See you on the other side. Welcome in, everybody, to game number 1. On the left hand side, we have Clouded Minds. Tiger, take it away, sir.
Captain Star Knight playing Stukov. Trelena's on the Lunara. We have Traxx playing Sonya. KC's playing Johanna, and Ruffian is playing that Chromie.
And Skycake on the right-hand side. What are we looking at for Waiting on Cherry?
Yeah, Waiting on Cherry is partying over here with D Cherrywood, rocking the Diablo. Discord is on Leoric. Dax is running Tychus, Death Punisher, Brightwing, and Mr. Sneaky on the Rainer. And it looks like these teams are having a party in the middle.
It's a dance party!
Congratulations and respect to both for making it this far. I hope that the first 10 seconds of this matchup is an indication of how fun this match is going to be.
Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, and there it is. Now the serious action and murder has begun.
The fun is over. Let's kick some butt.
Immediately moving to soak top lane is that Leoric to see if he can deny anything. It don't look like it's gonna.
I think Traxx is probably going to get there in time, but there is a rotation of 4. Look at this vision that Lunara is poking out. It's gonna get taken down. Or maybe it was a time trap, because we do see that it's still up there in this bush. But this 4-man rotation for both teams. Get camps. Make sure you don't miss any soak in the lanes.
Yeah, Clouded Minds is rotating his 4. They're leaving 2 on that camp now. Brightwing has not left mid, so they're doing a little bit more spread out on the side of Waiting for Cherry.
Yeah, almost perfectly even on those camp captures. So they're neck and neck with this experience gain. Clouded Minds just barely ahead right here.
When it comes to Goatmen, Div D West knows what's up. And I was never allowed to stream on NGS 2 again. Let's check into the top lane just for a second here as we see that the bottom camp is going to be started at least by Waiting on Cherry. It's an interesting matchup here. Traxx is going to tap. It looks like a pretty even here between Sonya and Leoric.
Yeah, meanwhile in the bot lane, no oppression found. They're just going to let Dax and Sneaky take that siege camp. While mid is getting pushed, they're getting a little bit of tower value out of that decision. So
yeah. In the mid, they got the tower, almost 2 towers, and almost the entire front wall.
Yeah, good siege damage there. Getting a little bit of damage here by this bottom siege camp, but it's not going to get much. Not nearly as much. That's a good trade there for Clouded Minds onto that mid wall there. Spicy rotations.
Yeah, even with that siege damage that they got, though, Waiting on Cherry is putting a little bit of heat on the board as far as experience.
Mr. Sneaky.
Death Punisher coming in and saving them from death. not getting punished, but we are going to see the shrine activating in 6 seconds here in the mid.
Simultaneous camps in the top there. Wow, these teams are doing everything right.
Nice macro play by both teams. As we do see an experience lead going to Waiting on Cherry, but not by much. Double time trap there on Mr. Sneaky and D Cherrywood. Nice play by Ruffian.
Yeah, Clouded Minds have the early advantage on the minions, but we see a fight starting.
Ooh, look at all that damage. Dax getting
low.
very low, down to 68.
Oh!
Dax
That will
goes
be
down. That's first
blood. An excellent silence there from Star Knight. That lurking arm. That lurking arm. Discord in the top just trying to clear the camp, but this objective, yeah.
Yep, it's going over to Clouded Minds.
There it is. The Mortar Punisher emerges from his portal, and he looks pissed off.
I like what they did though. As soon as Dax went down, they completely ignored that objective and went back out to lanes to try to just secure some extra experience. But we'll see what this Punisher can do. John Cena is coming in hot, and they will probably be taking this fort away. There's a lot of damage going out. Mr. Sneaky taking some heavy mortar fire.
Well, there's a big jump into the silence.
Oh my goodness. Oh, double kill with the help of the Punisher. Oh my goodness. Really, Clouded Mind's doing an excellent job of opening up that mid fort by getting all that siege damage in earlier, allowing that Punisher to get in there, take the fort, and really penetrate into the back line. Nice play there.
That is a lot of value on a first Punisher, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you right meow.
Real rough time. They gotta make sure that they're spreading out for that Punisher jump, because clipping 2, and especially with it being DPS characters, I mean, you have got to take advantage of those situations, and Clouded Minds absolutely did. They dove right on with John Cena, got the job done.
Yeah. Also linking up the silence from Stukov as well with the lurking arm with the stun. Oh, it's just so much damage. And we did go low blow to where once they drop on low 50%, it just ticks that much higher.
So we got about a half a level till Clouded Minds are going to hit level 10. And let's see, Waiting on Cherry about half a level behind him.
Gotta be careful when that 10 does happen. You don't want to be caught out. Oh, speaking of which, Trelena does get caught down in the bottom, and there is a kill for Waiting on Cherry. 10s are online, though, for Clouded Minds as their heroics start coming online. We do have Flailing Swipe from Stukov, Leaping Strike from Lunara, Leap from Sonya. You got the Blessed Shield from the Johanna, and there's the Slowing Sands from Chromie. Getting that kill, though, does help Waiting on Cherry have a little bit of a breath to try to get 10 now that they get that one kill, so...
Yeah, that was very key. Getting that kill put them in a position where Clouded Minds really couldn't capitalize on that 10 advantage.
All right, level 10's now on for Waiting on Cherry. Let's see what they have.
Yeah, it looks like Diablo went with the Apocalypse, Leoric running Entomb, Commander Odin on the Tychus, Blink Heal for the Brightwing, and Hyperion is Mr. Sneaky's choice. So they're going to be trying to run some siege.
Blessed
Big leap
Shield,
coming in the
Leap.
bottom.
Here comes the AFOC, but Rainer's going to go down. There's the Polymorph onto Traxx, and the disengage there by Star Knight. Now D Cherrywood is slowed, in trouble, can't get away.
Disrespectful slaps from Stukov, just making sure that Diablo does not get out of his corner. He put Baby in a corner so hard right there.
Nobody
kill.
puts Baby in a corner.
Unless you're the baby's parents, then you put them in the corner crib or the corner store. No, that's not it. The corner lot? No, not that either. Bottom fort goes down.
Not with the washing machine, right?
That's right. That's not how you wash your babies. Bruiser Camp getting picked up here by Waiting on Cherry. The next objective will be bottom here. Shrine activating right about now. Clouded Minds is set up on it, ready to start getting those minions. And here they go.
Sonya's in the top lane. This is going to be a 5-on-4 if they get on this right now.
That lag on the top lane camp. However,
Entomb whiffed.
goes down and it is whiffed. See if they can still recover with this. Sonya is going to be in the game in about 5 seconds here, so they could be in a tough spot if that leap comes down.
Big silence out there. Leoric getting low. It's goes down.
D Cherrywood is trying to get out now, but Sonya Traxic is spinning, trying not to let them out. They are blinded. They are going to get away just barely, but oh my goodness. What a great polymorph there.
No, Ruffian catch him with
Romy.
his hand.
The
Ruffian.
snipe from that little gnome. Look at this
Ruffian
little gnome. Would
took-
you expect such savagery from this little gnome?
I
Never.
can't. Ruffian took his soul right out from him.
Now
he's-
let's have a little bit more respect for the character. It's a dragon that takes the form of a gnome.
True that. All right, Frozen Punisher picked up there by Clouded Minds. They have already taken out the bottom fort, so this will be marching straight onto Keep if it gets that far. Like clockwork, we're going to see Traxix moving up to go pick up some camps, get those pushing. And look, there's camps pushing in the top lane. There's two pushing in the mid lane. And now they have to deal with this Punisher down in the bottom.
That's what I was about to say, Weenus. I see camps all over the map, blue, pushing down. They're going to try to take this keep.
The 13 talent tier advantage is up for Clouded Minds, but this Punisher is getting shredded. A decent defense here from Waiting on Cherry. I think they'll be able to save the keep.
It's going to be close.
Oh!
No, with that piece of frost hitting the key, that gives them a good position there. But Apocalypse.
APOC coming out. Here comes the
There's the
leap.
leap.
And the silence. Wow, with the Blessed Shield. And down goes Diablo. Dax is in trouble, is a little bit low. He's going to be able to back up. And you're right, they will take the keep. But I think they need to back up on the side of Waiting on Cherry. Otherwise, they might lose a few more.
There's still two camps in the mid lane.
These
Yeah,
camps are pushing in.
already
Look at all them goats. Look at this. Look at this madness.
Lots of
Diablo's
goat
up in
pressure.
1 second, though.
One down as well.
13's almost online for Waiting on Cherry. They aren't able to get it before their mid keep goes down. Big structure lead for Clouded Minds so far, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like what they're doing too here with that the big level advantage. They are opting to stick as a 5-man right here, so they have really not any good outs for Waiting on Cherry here to respond.
Yeah, if I'm Waiting on Cherry, I want to fight right now before 16. One last Hail Mary, because this game's getting out of control fast.
Blessed Shield comes down, and there is the Entomb, not quite hitting anyone there. A little bit of an exchange there of heroics. Not quite catching their intended targets. Jinxie Cat calling us the 3-hat squad. I missed that before. Nice. Hats and beards must be a rule, says Devil Dam. Oh my goodness. Oh,
If this goes to game 5, I'll shave it. I'll shave my my beard at the end of the
the end of the stream. Nice.
end of the stream.
Okay. Very good. I'm sure people want to see that. I kind of do.
Oh, the Oryx
Discord in
getting ganked
trouble.
up top.
There's the silence, the slowing sand, and Discord will go down. Just like a tech issue. Because Discord, you know, like the server. Okay. Traxix is just waiting for the siege camp to come up and is boldly taking it. I don't think Waiting
Yeah.
on Cherry knows.
This
But
could
they-
be a mistake. This could be a mistake, though, by Traxx.
We'll see. Mr. Sneaky sees it. Not
Yeah,
able to
with-
stop it from happening.
With
Didn't
only
matter.
Jimmy there, yeah, there's not a lot you can do into that Sonya with that level advantage. If Punisher had maybe started that port a little bit earlier, given the confidence, they might have had a play right there, but just a little bit too late.
16 is now online. Talent tier advantage for Clouded Minds. Waiting on Cherry have to give up their Bruiser camp. They can't defend it. The next objective is in 8 seconds in the top hand lane. That at least that's where they have a keep left.
So do you wait for 16 or do you fight him here, you guys?
So, in my opinion, this is a scenario where it's a big disadvantage, but I feel like you're in between a rock and a hard place here with the level advantage and the positioning that they're at with the 15-17. You almost have to take that disadvantaged fight because otherwise, you know, you're going to lose the game anyway. A
Big
big
APOC.
Looks like they agree with you, and that Stukov is caught.
the disrespect slap's going down, but it looks like the
Star
Stukov
goes down.
is going down. So this is a good situation for Waiting on Cherry. That might be what they needed. They're going to have a situation where Clouded Minds does not have any healing options. This could be the first Punisher going over to Waiting on Cherry.
And it's a later game. Still, though, down those 16s. Clouded Minds just on the outside, looking for an opportunity to try to get in, maybe get a pick of their own. Here comes the leap. It's going to go in onto Mr. Sneaky. Dax taking a lot of damage. This caught in the sands and will go down. Down goes Leoric.
This does not look
Tyke
good.
is double kill. D Cherrywood is next. It's a triple kill going over to Clouded Minds, just looking for that opening. Tough. And look at all this pressure coming in towards the core.
Camps bot and mid.
That leap into slowing sands was just devastating. Yeah, this is going to be really tough. They're at minimum going to be getting that keep away from them, but we could be looking at the final march here.
We shall see.
This is going to be a tough defense here. We'll see what happens.
Chat saying they need to lock down that Stukov. Oof. This time Stukov's got friends. At least we're on even talent tier here for Waiting on Cherry. Here comes the leap over the wall. Mr. Sneaky taking it. Here comes the hyper shift. Mr. Sneaky getting healed up. Doing a decent job of shredding this Punisher, but when it jumps, that's when the danger happens.
Diablo got hit.
Here
And the
comes-
leap.
And
the
the silence. Oh my goodness.
And the
What a
Lunara.
huge combo play there. D
a
Cherrywood
play.
goes down. The CC train too strong, getting the assist from their big pal in blue, the Arcane Punisher.
Yeah, with no front line here, no souls option for Diablo. This is looking like it's probably going to be the end here. They're going to be able to keep and contain them in that well area.
Oh yeah, that core's going down. It's down to 60.
Discord taking a lot of
50.
damage, trying to get some out onto Casey Court. Casey Court goes down, but the keep is down to 35%. Traxix and Star Knight just
20.
wailing away. 4, 3, 2, 1.
0.
Whoa, GG's. Game number 1 going over to Clouded Minds.
Wow.
Well played.
Wow. They came out to play.
It really did. That was a super interesting game because you actually saw a lot of the matches in the mid game where both teams seemed to have a handful of heroic whiffs. So it was really just like a play on everybody's normal abilities. You saw Entombs going, Apox going, the Joanna shield was missed a few times, but I'll tell you what, that Sonya leap into slowing sands was just devastating that entire game.
And then when you just pair it up with the Punisher leap, it's just all a place that you don't want to be.
And don't underestimate the silence that Stukov put under him. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't know. We may see some of these heroes. If you were going to ban a hero that Clouded Minds picked in game number 1 and you're waiting on Cherry, what is your top priority ban out of the 5 heroes that are shown right now?
Go ahead, you take it first.
Well, I mean, as it was in our division, and I imagine it's probably the same for Div D, I think Sonya is just too strong of a hero to let go if you don't have the first pick option, which is interesting because they didn't even take it as a first pick. However, I think Waiting on Cherry needs to probably try to find a way to prioritize either not letting them have that Stukov or taking that Stukov.
I agree. I think Waiting on Cherry picks first pick, and in that first pick, if Stukov isn't banned, they take the Stukov, and I think they ban the Sonya and probably the Chromie too.
Yeah, I think they picked Diablo to try to steal it, but I have a feeling. Oh, looks like we are getting an invite to our next match. But I have a feeling that we might see a variant from Waiting on Cherry and a little bit more of a target blow up. We'll have to see what happens in game number 2. But I expect Waiting on Cherry to ban the Diablo and the Chromie, pick up the variant.
And the Sonya. Oh no, they can't do that.
There's just too many. You can't do all of it. But while we're getting ready, let's do a preview of some of these players that we have here. Let's take a look at Clouded Minds. We will start with the captain here. This is Star Knight, 42 games played. He is the healer for Clouded Minds. Average healing of 54k, 419 with a 96% uptime. And we saw why his most picked and highest win percentage is Stukov. That silence is nasty. Moving on, we are going to Ruffian, ranged assassin, Clouded Minds. Look at that KDA. Just wanted to point that out. 12.89 on the KDA. And look, most pick and highest win rate, Chromie. And we saw that happen big time in that game.
How do you have a 98% uptime? How is that even possible?
Being dead 2% of the game, apparently. Skycake, do you have a... I'm going to pull up the tank for Clouded Minds next if you want to talk about that. And here they are.
So looking at AC Court, yeah, he is, with the 42 games that they ran this season, he's rocking a 7.69 KDA, damage taken 35,000 average, so he's soaking up quite a bit with a 94% uptime. This team knows how to stay alive.
Loves that Diablo as well, and I know he's probably going to give me a hard time later about the highest impact being a Nubarak, which I think was one game, but he had a KDA of like, I don't know, like 18 or something. It's hard to, hard to pass up.
With D Cherrywood, if I don't know if you have that player card up, but going over to him, we're looking at 45 games played with the KDA 7.3, 35, right in there in line with the Diablo and the 91% uptime. So he's a variant player for sure. The highest win rate, though, looking at May. I wonder if we're going to see the May come out in one of these games.
Absolutely. I think it's a possibility. I think it was only played once, but... Go ahead, Tiger.
Do you have a Dax card? Do you have a Dax card in that deck?
I do. I told you that you would do Star Knight, and then I took it like a jerk because I forgot. Let's pull up Dax. He's the captain of Waiting on Cherry.
All right, Dax, captain, ranged assassin, most picked, Sonya. That doesn't add up. But Sonya can be a ranged assassin with her W. Highest win rate on the Rainer, 95% uptime, a KDA of 8.81. Dax is a beast.
Dax played a lot of ranged assassins, but the single hero played the most was indeed Sonya. So, I think it was Sonya was 16 times played, but there was a whole bunch of other ranged assassins that were picked up. Let's just go over a couple more of these. Let's hop on over back to Cloud of Mines with Trillana. Got a KDA of 10.9, but look at that average hero damage of 48,227 average hero damage. And there's the Tychus threat. Most picked, highest win rate, banned out, as we saw, by Waiting on Cherry, as well as that Sylvanas. So he was the target ban of game number 1. Great assassin there. And we can't forget, Traxix is the bruiser. Look at that average siege damage, 123,528 average siege damage per game. I hated having to throw Murky up there, but it's just, it is what it is. I don't know how you have a 98% uptime when you're playing Murky. I guess it's because your respawn's quite fast, but my goodness.
The most disgusting thing about that, too, is really when you look at Clouded Minds with the damage players and their average hero damage in these games, it's actually fairly low. I feel like the reason behind that is because they're able to close out these games so early, right? But then you have Traxix, even in that small amount of time, putting 123 average for siege damage out. That's absolutely insane.
It is insane.
I also think they're playing smart. They're not ARAMing and just fighting all the time, and that's another reason. And when you play with a Murky, I know I've played with Trax. She says, don't fight before level 10. So that could be another reason.
Indeed. All right. Do you want to cover Death Punisher Tiger from Waiting on Cherry?
I do. Let me find Death Punisher here. Okay. Like the healer, 95% uptime, average healing 60,000. Death Punisher also likes Stukov, also likes Brightwing, and the highest win rate is on Stukov. So again, Stukov, just a beast on both of these teams. I expect for that to be a high pick or ban on this next game.
Yep, absolutely, and maybe a steal. All right, I think last but not... Oh, wait, I think we have two more. Let's do these real quick. Discord. Look at that average siege damage, pretty high. Likes to play the Leoric, which was played in game number 1, but also, can play a range of other bruisers as well, like Zamuro, and you got Dahaka, highest impact, highest win rate. So who knows? Might throw a curveball for game number 2. Last but not least is Mr. Sneaky. Sorry, Mr. Sneaky, I cropped your dad out of this photo, or whoever the gentleman was next to you. Only 3 games played, so kind of a wild card going into the playoffs, but on the roster nonetheless, and you know, a very important player. And what this stat card tells me is Mr. Sneaky, 88% uptime, so lower compared to some others, but the average hero damage is super high. So I think Mr. Sneaky just goes in, and it's a one-way trip, tries to get as many kills as they can while they're there.
Yeah, Sneaky seeing red. He's bloodthirsty. And Weenus with the telling Sneaky that you've graduated to independence from your parents with that photo.
You know, I have no idea who was in the photo. I just love it though, and you know, it's a cute photo as well of I think we pulled it up. D Cherrywood. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that happy birthday crown. How can you compete with that? That's just too cute. Unless you look at these boys with beards and hats. But not for long, because we are going to get into game number 2 right about now. Ah! Okay. So we are going to Garden of Terror. I need to update the maps with that information. And it looks like it was picked by Clouded Minds.
Still seeing that Varian ban come out, so they really don't want Casey to have that.
They don't want to be taunted.
Uther ban remains the same. Now, here's a chance to ban something from game number 1. I'm going with Chromie. Oh,
Chromie.
I waited too long.
It's a good
You know
ban.
what? I heard the plosive come out before the actual card went up, so I feel like that was a legitimate guess. And then you see the Stukov ban, so absolute targeted bans there. I think from both teams were better done than the first match, but the Sonya going over to waiting on Cherry this game.
Jacqueline Hyatt says, plot twist, Mr. Sneaky is cropped out of the shot. I asked Dax that. I was like, he's like, here's Mr. Sneaky. I was like, which one is Mr. Sneaky? And he's like, why don't you guess?
So a mirror situation here going on with Clouded Minds taking the same first 2 picks that Waiting on Cherry took last match.
Exactly what I was going to say. Yep. Everything's mirrored so far.
If it's working, why switch it up?
Right, but no one's getting the Stukov because Clouded Minds did ban that Stukov out.
Switching it up here.
Sneaky taking that gray mane that we see on his player card. So we're going to be seeing some damage coming out, some bloodthirstiness. We'll see if that Tychus is going to be safe from those fangs here.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I'm Clouded Minds, I'm looking to pick up a Brightwing really to hopefully shut down the Gray Mane and or the Sonya. So we'll see if that gets banned.
we do have light bomb potential on the side of Waiting on Cherry, and Clouded Mind says, not with Johanna, you don't. You still have the Sonya leap, but they might have to figure out a different tanking situation. Murky band
Target
coming out.
ban coming out to Traxx with that Murky, though. They do not want that split macro push going on either. So I feel like that puts her in a situation where I'm thinking they're probably going to take a Deathwing here.
I was thinking the same thing. We are thinking the same tonight. She's going with the big dragon, and there it is. You called it.
False Daddy. Correct prediction.
Love seeing the Falstad come out. This is, even though within lots of the pro leagues, NGS banning out that OP talent, I still don't think you can ever discredit Falstad for being just an amazing hero. The gust potential, the damage output, the safety that he offers is just really strong.
Not to mention the global is also great. Oh, wow. A double bruiser.
Oh, look at this.
I love it.
Is there going to be a switch between Dax and Discord?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You think so?
Yeah, they're beefy. They're beefy. And the Auric is good on that Deathwing. Greymane's going to have bullet for that Deathwing. So this is going to be interesting.
Picking all of this into a Tychus. Watch out. This will be interesting to see if any swap. Yep, there's the swap there between Discord and Dax, switching to Sonya and Leoric. This is going to be a fun match. I look forward to it. Thanks everybody for hanging out in chat. Where are these pictures coming from was sweet, says Dizzy Wingman. You know, just taking a look at Stats of the Storm and throwing it on some of these friends. You should check it out. There's so many good stats there. Slexia says, let's go, Dax. Welcome in. All right, here we go. We will see you on the other side as we get into game number 2. Stay tuned. Here we go in game number 2 on the left-hand side. We have Clouded Minds with Traxix playing Deathwing. We have Trillana is going to be playing Tychus. Ruffians on that False Daddy. KC Court is on Dibbles and Bits, and Star Knight is on, oh, Stay a While, and oh, Deckard Kane. Tiger, what are we looking like for the Waiting on Cherry on the right-hand side?
Yeah, on the right side, we have Dax playing his most played hero, Sonya. Anduin being played by Death Punisher. Leoric being played by Discord. May by D. Cherrywood. And Greymane's bringing it up, Mr. Sneaky.
Whew.
No dance party coming out this game. They are immediately getting work done here in this middle lane.
No, they are ready to put the dancing aside and get some kills. I like the burst potential coming out from having a Greymane on your side, and like you were saying earlier, gentlemen, that bullet is going to help hopefully take down that Deathwing. But we shall see if Tychus is able to put out a lot of damage on these bruisers.
Yeah, I like the Leoric pickup. Leoric has Entomb, which is the only thing that can really hold Deathwing in place, since Deathwing is immune to CC. So that ought to help. Let's see how it works out.
We'll have to keep an eye on that, as Discord and Traxix are going at it. It's camp time, though, for both teams, as they are heavily targeting their siege camps while soaking, though. Ruffian versus Dax. It's an interesting matchup down here of Falstad versus Sonya.
Yeah, very strange situation. I feel like these heroes are in a spot where it's really dependent on Dax landing that spear. If he lands the spear, he's winning the trade down there. If he doesn't land the spear, the Falstad takes the trade for sure.
Indeed. And now when you have Tychus coming in backing you up, you're going to have to back up a little bit, and that camp is getting cleared. Mr. Sneaky, though, sneaking on to that siege camp and starting again. Just going from camp to camp. Bruiser camp time.
Yeah, that's a good play. It doesn't look like Clouded Minds is doing either of their other 2 camps, and the first objective is popping.
Thank you for the raid, Irakaf. I appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful stream. We're in the middle of the Div D West Coastal Finals. Number 1 seed, Clouded Minds, versus number 6 seed, Waiting on Cherry. And look at all those camps. They are marching. They are pushing. The seed is spawning in 4 seconds, and it is bottom. We are going to see a late camp pick up here by Traxix, so maybe it'll get a little bit of push value here, but Waiting on Cherry, they're in position to try to take the seed quick. And are they going to get it? Oh, what a grenade there from Trillana.
Oh no, they didn't block. They didn't block the seed. That's a real issue for them. They had that dead to rights, but Waiting on Cherry just did not position correctly to block those little shamblers from stopping that channel.
Yeah, Deathwing's in the air. He's about 3 seconds till Deathwing can drop, I think.
And this looks like a prime opportunity, yes. And here comes Deathwing jumping on in, trying to put some of that damage out. It looks like Waiting on Cherry is going to back up, give this seed. Star Knight is channeling. D. Cherrywood's getting too low.
Cherrywood's getting really low back there.
It's going to heal up a little bit, but I think you have to give this up.
Yeah, they didn't draft a lot of poke, and that's one thing I noticed early with the 2 bruisers and the Greymane. They cannot poke these out. They either have to get in there or they have to back out.
That top camp, late pickup by Clouded Minds. That siege camp is still pushing. Those siege giants actually hitting tower now. Getting some good value there, picking it up later than Waiting on Cherry. That global
Yeah,
presence of
I mean-
Deathwing really allows you to travel the map quickly.
Prepare to gather it.
So they do get that tower value top. Sonya just barely not in time to clear that up. Taking the Bruiser camp bottom, so they're going to have to probably have more than just Leoric respond to that. Clouded Mind's doing a good job with the timing on these camps, putting pressure on the opposite side of the map from where the objective is at.
Indeed, it makes some hard choices there for Waiting on Cherry, what they want to do. Both teams sending 4 to the channel. There comes Casey Court going in, the unstoppable pop by D Cherry. There's the Yeet of Faith onto Dax. Getting pulled back, and look, there's potions. There's potions down though, so it gives a little bit of a safety net to Clouded Minds that then allows them to push in. Trelena is channeling. Does get the second channel. 2 of 3. 1 more, and then we get the big walking bushes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be highly dependent on what happens as far as experience gained between now and the next seed. If one of these teams can make it to 10, looks like Clouded Mind's being ahead a little bit right now, but I really feel like the draft that they took, as far as when Heroics come online, is probably going to be favoring Waiting on Cherry a little bit, just because they have so much of that percent damage option for Traxix and Diablo.
Indeed. Especially at 16 when you get Giant Slammer on Sonya. Just another option there.
Yeah, we have some interesting talent. Sonya at level 7 took Poison Spear, which is a very aggressive talent. Looks like we have Leoric going into the Lifesteal build. Greymane took Quicksilver Bullets, so looking to stand back a little bit. And Tychus is stacking in the rhythm.
Lots of targets to stack on, so getting that extended minigun sounds like a good idea
a
to
little
me.
caught out here. He might be. Oh, never mind. They turned it on Dax. Dax is going down.
Death Punisher getting low, has to back up. D Cherrywood and Mr. Sneaky need to get out if they can. And there is the third channel. Star Knight picking it up. And out come my terrors!
10's online for Clouded Minds.
Yep, Clouded Minds right now. They are rocking the Knights of Knee. They said, "Bring us a shrubbery," and there it is.
Indeed. And it is sapping the life from that mid fort, getting a lot of good siege damage as Clouded Minds commits 3 to the mid fort.
Casey
Leading the fort.
taking.
Transforming online here though for Waiting on Cherry as well.
Yep.
Discord and Traxix battling out this bottom terror. Down goes the mid fort, and up in the top hand lane, it looks like Dax is able to defend against the terror up there, but here comes a potential gank happening. 10's online. Leap has been chosen. It could be an escape, and it is used right away. Tyke is trying to get some pot shots in there, but they are going to lose this top fort. Oh, I may have spoken too much. Ice wall
Big
comes
The big
down.
ice
coming
wall
out,
right
though.
there. Diablo is taking a lot of damage from the fort and goes
Oh,
down.
wow, what a light bomb. And there the tower gets the kill onto Falstad. It's a double kill going over to Waiting on Cherry.
Traxix does drop though. Says, "Nope, stop chasing my buddies here."
Yeah, this is exactly what Waiting on Cherry needed, if for nothing else, just a little confidence and to get back on the same talent or XP level, really, as Clouded Minds.
Yeah, Casey Court looking in the bushes. D Cherrywood is playing with the dragon as we do see Bruiser Camp getting picked up.
This is dangerous territory, Cherrywood. But it looks like Casey backs off, and they are going to secure that camp top. So a little bit of pressure here, and it looks like they are staying up there. So they may be looking to push this this top fort.
It has so little health left, it's not going to take much. And if they can take out Waiting on Cherry's camp, or vice versa, you're going to win out in that siege battle.
Yeah, it's a race to level 13 right now, and they're both pretty close. We'll see who gets there first.
Here's the battle for the siege camp. Death Punisher punishing these naughty siege giants.
Penguin saying, it's okay, my damage is enough to take this camp, but it's only going to be about 3 minutes, but we'll get it going.
And that will be the end of the top fort, as we do see Clouded Minds coming in there looking to pick this off before the objective begins. And there's the shadow charge right into the front, right into the building, just crashing through. Waiting on Cherry.
Level 13's online.
That's true. Even Talenteer. Commandeer Odin is popped. In comes the Durgan. Big stun by Trax, and there is the leap by Dax. They're on to Ruffian. Getting low though.
That big
Sonya
root.
goes down.
Ooh, look at that. Stay a while into APOC. Excellent timing. Here comes a spicy Dorito light bomb. Get the counter engage. Waiting on Cherry. Needs to get out as they're getting low. Casey Court getting low though as well. Mr. Sneaky dropping to
Casey's got
174. Down goes D Cherry Wood. And that will be a double kill going over to Clouded Minds and the next channel.
And
Yeah,
Falstad. What's Falstad doing? Stealing their camp.
Getting in close and personal on these Siege Giants. But here comes a rotation. Can they sneakily get in there? Mr. Sneaky is going. They say, thanks for clearing this camp for us. We will take it. Bullet comes out onto Trax. That camp is just going to get cleaned up real quick. But not stolen is a good idea, but a nice vision there by Waiting on Cherry to go check that camp.
Yeah, a couple forts down here for Clouded Minds, and they have a lead here, but it's still anyone's game really. It's a race to 16. This next 3 minutes is gonna be very telling on how this game's gonna go.
Cherrywood trying to put the icing on, does drop the blizzard. And here comes the Entomb and the Stay a While. Stay a While just a little short. Here comes the light bomb and the gust for the disengage. Ruffian saying, everybody get back.
Yeah, KC was dead until that gust came in.
Nice plays by both teams there. Love to see it. John Kruger in chat says, delicious spicy Dorito light bomb. Mm-hmm. It's a new flavor from Doritos. All right, here's the seed. Neither team needs to get this in order to get the objective, but both teams would like to have it. Here comes the APOC.
Big APOC. Oh, and the pull by Anduin.
Watch out. Discord getting low in the back. Will go down. Here comes the Cataclysms. Spreading fire everywhere. Mr. Sneaky trying to get out. D Cherrywood trying to get out, but a nice shadow charge there by Casey Court into the flames. Down goes Mr. Sneaky. And down goes May anyways, as well as the seed getting picked up by Clouded Minds. There are animals out there.
Yeah, they're going to start doing some siege here on this middle keep here. We'll see how far they get.
The coordination in these team fights on the side of Clouded Minds is just mind-boggling. Just the impact that you're getting out of the silence, the gust saves, the perfect APOCs after the Stale Wiles. It's really, I mean, what do you do as Waiting on Cherry? They really need to get an advantage where they're finding picks outside of Clouded Minds being as 5. And I don't know, you know, they just got to find a way to find that in the rotation.
Continuing to siege there with these catapults and with the siege giants, getting a few more boulders off their chest and into that mid keep. We're going to see the next seed spawning up here in the top left of the map in 12 seconds. The positioning here favoring Clouded Minds, and I don't think Waiting on Cherry want to really fight this down to talent tier, right? I mean, it is.
Teams are so close, but you're right. You're right.
It is for the objective. This will be the 3rd seed collected. Get more shamblers out there. Here comes in the gauge, looking to try to take down Tychus. Tychus heals up. There's an ice wall, not quite catching anybody. Mr. Sneaky will go down. Leap not quite connecting. Light bomb comes on out. And I think it's time for a Cataclysm into a Stay a While and listen. Discord is low on the outside. Can't go that way. There is no escape. Down goes May. Down goes Leoric. And it's a triple kill for Clouded Minds. And an objective. That's their shamblers.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, they could end the game here. They could end the game, Weenus. This could be it.
Yep, this mid fort
They're
looking mighty unhealthy. They have an option here with 20 seconds on the clock to just put a lot of damage in this core.
Great Maiden will be up in 0 seconds. We have about 10 seconds on 2 more members here of Waiting on Cherry. It's going to be a tough defense. I tell you what, 16s are online though. At least it's an even talent tier. But the core's already
dropping.
lost. It's lost its shield. It's already down to 60%.
50. There's the gust. Core's down
Big
to
ice ball
30.
coming out. Let's see what happens.
12, 10, 9. This one's over.
There it is. Game number 2, GG's going over to Clouded Minds. Well played. Woo!
Sorry, my dogs are trying to get in on this commentary. Yeah, if Waiting on Cherry had even a few more seconds, I mean, that core going down with that that leap combo looked great. They were in a great position to try to punish Clouded Minds there, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen.
Yeah, they had some good combos over there from Waiting on Cherry, but like you said, it didn't necessarily. Some of them didn't connect, and some of them just the gusts really saved Diablo a few times. So they weren't really able to put it all together.
Waiting on Cherry getting those 2 early kills, taking the kill advantage up in the top hand lane, trying to get some kind of a comeback going there and get some momentum. But every time Clouded Minds won a fight, and it happened a few times, the amount of push that they had was pretty crazy. And they were able to put out a lot of siege damage, especially with that first, I believe with that first Shambler wave push, they got 2 forts. Just really creates a lot of pressure on this map, especially with so many camps that you can add to those lanes. I think Track 6 did a great job of being in the air when the team needed them, so that they could drop down and really cause a lot of chaos in the back line. I feel like a big dragon landing, while it may not have as much CC or damage as a Light Bomb Sonya, it's almost like psychological.
Yeah, just seeing that thing coming at you. And I mean, really, looking at the stat screen, I mean, Traxxas doing an amazing job on putting out an incredible amount of siege damage still, even being able to help out that team, you know, in the flight situations whenever they needed it for those objectives.
Indeed. Also saw some great synergy between Star Knight dropping the Stay a While and Listen into the Apox from Casey Court, so there's some really good communication going on there. Fun set, though. Whew.
Yeah, fun set, though. I think Cherrywood had some great ice walls in that game, too, but there just wasn't really a whole lot to follow it up, unfortunately, for them. So it kind of put them in a situation where as soon as that ice wall was down, I mean, Clouded Mind's just able to stare back and breathe fire on their faces.
That's right. Yeah, and also, you know, just creating it's tight corridors, so it makes it hard to stay out of all of the flames shooting out from Diablo, as well as Deathwing with the Cataclysm filling up all those channels. Sometimes there's just nowhere to run. And then, you know, like you were saying earlier, some really good gusts there by Falstad when the tide was starting to go against Clouded Minds. So, well played.
While we have no bias here or wish any ill will on either team, I really do want to see Waiting on Cherry capitalize on this game 3, because just going to a game 4 and game 5 would be real fun to watch. I think that they have the potential to do it here. They've shown it against that number 2 and 3 seed earlier in the playoffs. So maybe mix things up. Do something weird with the team comps here. Throw Clouded Minds off their game from the scouting that they've done.
Yeah, could be. It might be time to bust out something that try to knock Clouded Minds off their front foot and have them have to adjust to. We are going to be going to Dragonshire. I believe that this is picked by Waiting on Cherry, but we will have to wait. Oh wait, no. I believe this is picked by Clouded Minds, as we are going to have first ban going over to Waiting on Cherry. Yes, indeedles. Whew. Okay. We're back. My chat box doesn't know what to do.
I need 1 minute. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay, you use that restroom. Tetcher with the 69 bits at some point. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm not getting the reports of everything that's happening. So I've heard the sounds a couple times. Thanks everybody for the bits. Thanks for being here and hanging out as we are getting into Game 3 of the Division D West Coastal Finals. How's everyone doing in chat? We're just pulling everybody in the lobby. CM, a cut above the rest all season, says Mazzino. Best of 3 or best of 5, says Nematode. It is, in fact, best of 5. Best of E? BOE, says Dizzy Wingman. Yes. All right. Zestique says, bring it back, Cherry. Let's go. Lunatic, I see you in chat. As well as anyone. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, well, we are going to get into this lobby in just a second. We will be back right after this and give Tiger a little bit of time to tinkle.
I shall be your shield.
Blessing upon friends!
Hell, it's about damn time.
We are steadfast in the face of peril.
Don't underestimate a Nephilim.
Stormwind honors those who serve.
This is only the beginning of our journey.
My wrath shall not be quenched.
Your deeds bring honor to us all.
By steel or fang, we will prevail.
Not even death can save you from me.
Okay, and we're back. Everyone has done the tinkle. Except for there might be a little more tinkle happening for the teams as they are going to get into this game number 3. Oh no, I have a lurking sneeze. But if I talk about it, it will never happen. All right, perfect. All right. Very good. It looks like we are getting ready to go into map number 3. Did I do it right on the map? Oh yeah, I think so. Dragonshire.
Can I just say that your bumpers with the cheerleading and because I'm watching it in delayed time is absolutely terrifying.
It is. It you know, it really is. It is. And I agree with John Kruger. It says you are quite the scoundrel, but I like you anyways. Well, thank you. Come on, waiting on chairs is Tuna B. We're getting into draft. Let's go. Boom. Draft time.
Do it.
All right. So, you know, kind of a split map where the top lane is a little bit all of its own to the Bruisers. Will Sonya be picked up by one of these teams, or will it just be banned out? Will we see Leoric again? We have the first ban, first pick from Waiting on Cherry. Are they going to mix it up this time?
We're going to see the Ruffian Chromie ban, and I think we're going to see potentially the either Sonya ban or first pick Sonya from Waiting on Cherry. However, that variant ban standing strong all game long. I feel like that might be a nod to the fact that anybody who's played with Dax, if Dax probably gets taunted in a game, that's probably a recipe for disaster because He's a very vocal person.
He's daunting and taunting. Yes, indeed, we do see the Uther ban out and the Stukov ban out once again from Clouded Minds. And there is that first pick that you called of Sonya.
Worth a cluck. I got us a cluck.
Yep, mother cluckers indeed. And there is that. I mean, you get a double cluck because you also called the Chromie ban.
Thanks, I feel like I earned.
Last game though, Dax played Sonya. Now it looks like Discord's gonna play Sonya.
I think Discord will indeed play Sonya this map. I don't think there will be a switch. I think Dax is going to go for Raynor. Might not be picked up right now, but I think trying to get a little bit more damage out, or maybe the Tychus even. I'm going to change my answer to Tychus. I think they're going to steal the Tychus. I think they're going to do it now. I'm going to be wrong. We'll see. Oh! No.
I really like the Sylvanas pick. So this is going to put them in a situation with the siege damage potential that Sonya has. If they ever catch Clouded Minds in a position where they're not paying attention to any of the lanes in the map, they have a lot of tower and keep fort burst potential with this team.
Excuse me, indeed. Also going to grab that Johanna. So we do have some more CC. Johanna was banned out last game by Clouded Minds. We're going to see the Anduin ban, so no Light Bomb, and the Murky ban. Do we see Durgan again? Do we see big old Deathwing?
I don't know.
Can't see a reason not to. I mean, Trax putting a pretty dominating performance with the Deathwing, and with it being an option right here, I mean, it's a good answer to Sonya dives because you can just immediately turn and stun that. They don't opt for it though.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think they want to hide it, but picking up the Tychus definitely does help protect the Deathwing pick a little bit. Star Knight picking up the stay a while and sound. I don't think my soundboard's gonna work. No, the soundboard. The soundboard has been out of commission in the past couple days, and it's unfortunate. Oh no!
No square.
I lost you guys as well.
Uh-oh.
I have lost your video. We'll have to go.
Hear me now?
Have to go back to you. Let's see if we can bring it up back now, y'all. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe. You see, you click the wrong buttons and everything just gets all crazy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? All right. Well, here is the rest of the lineup, though. We'll just try to work with what we got here. We'll make it all. We're gonna do it live. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine.
We'll figure it out.
Are we good? Are we fine? Are we good?
We're good. We're gonna go into game number 3 right now. We will see you friends on the other side, and we'll just fix our videos later. We're here to see the players. All right, welcome into game 3. Take it away, Skycake.
All right, so game number 3 from the Waiting on Cherry side, we have Dax running the Sylvanas. I really love that pick, and we'll see what we get with that. Discord on the Sonya, Mr. Sneaky on Greymane, Death Punisher rocking the Lily, and D Cherrywood on Johanna.
And on the side of Clouded Minds, we have Star Knight playing Deckard, Trelena on the Tychus, Traxx playing Zool, Casey got the Diablo this game, and Ruffian is playing the Falstad.
Look at this early gank attempt, and Traxx doesn't know what to do as they are ambushed in the bush. Bush League indeed, says Lunatic. That's a big play, starting out strong by Waiting on Cherry, getting that pick, and they're there to push with Sylvanas and try to get as much siege damage to the top as they can. Look at that flip over the wall, though.
Cherry going for the ride here. I wonder if Cherry's gonna make it out though. Lily coming to save, and it does look like Cherry escapes. That's amazing. What a good start for Cherry on this this Dragonshire map. They knew exactly what was gonna happen with that Traxx rotation going to the top lane, and they capitalized on it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they needed to
Aggression
throw
coming
Clouded
out.
Minds a curveball, and they certainly did it to start out this game.
You think yourself worthy to wield the dragon?
However, Ruffian getting a lot of value in that bottom lane that is just being unanswered.
Getting that soak, making it happen. Going right on the camp, though, for Waiting on Cherry. They're picking that up. Their Bruiser camp, Siege camp getting grabbed here by Clouded Minds. KC Court looking, inspecting here onto the Siege camp, making sure nothing's going on here that they don't want to interrupt.
And Waiting on Cherry doing exactly like I said in draft that they need to be doing. Look, they see Clouded Minds in the bottom lane, and they're just going to keep capitalizing on this top lane pressure.
Definitely makes it hard to defend up in the top hand lane for the off laner when this fort is down. Getting a lot of value. Instead, Cloud of Minds is going to steal the siege camp here of Waiting on Cherry. But this top fort's already halfway down.
It looks like they're going to be losing this fort. I like the Cloud of Minds call, though. They're going to put pressure on the map that they have to respond to. Otherwise, that fort will go down just passively.
Yeah, but they have 2 camps in the bot lane. Looks like they're going to try to take that bottom fort in response.
Bottom fort also a good thing to have on this lane, as it will give you better access down to this bottom bruiser camp. And it looks like it's going to survive, though. Here comes the rotation for Waiting on Cherry. See if they can try to catch Casey out. Out comes the Root and Dorito, and nice into a shadow charge. KC Court getting that, and Sonya will go down.
Yeah, Casey with a big body slam there takes down the Sonya.
That's traded forts.
Is this fort trading simulator or what? I love it. In the bottom, gonna go hop onto this bruiser camp right away. Casey Court giving some vision here, making sure that the point does remain blue. D Cherry was in a little bit of a pickle there. It's able to pop the iron skin and iron their pants after that one.
Yeah, I think they need to take advantage of the situation and probably have that Sonya rotate bottom. They don't have a global option from that Zool, so they could take advantage of a 5v4 situation. However, it does look like the Grey Mane is going down.
Going down, 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 and this will put a 4v3 situation all over Waiting on Cherry down in the bottom. They don't have a fort that they can retreat to. Cloud of Minds is chasing. Casey Court is going on to Dax, and it's going to be picked up here by Zool in the middle. Traxix grabbing that Dragonite. Dax very, very low. Ooh, is able to get away. Dragonite getting some siege damage mid, and there's a camp pushing in the bottom lane. A lot of siege presence coming out from Clouded Minds right now.
Yeah, looks like they want to get a little bit of that bottom lane wall with the dragon sticking in the middle.
Dragon's still pretty healthy, 64%. Now it gets some attention from the entire team of Waiting on Cherry as they try to burn this Durgan down. There's a big boop onto Discord. Discord will take a little bit of a hike.
I like the patience here from Clouded Minds. Backing that Dragon Knight up until the team's ready to come and put some pressure on with it as well.
Brown Balla says this was the Wild Heart strat in CCL. Dragon goes down. Diablo slam value. Yikes, is John Kruger. Getting that slam value where you can. Did go Feast on Fear, so getting those extra heals. Casey Court is going that melee build. Slam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Gonna hit you with some extra damage. Try to zero you out with Malevolence.
Yeah, and while Waiting on Cherry does have a little bit of a level disadvantage here, I think they did an excellent job with that defense, because, I mean, really, even with the Dragon Knight coming out.
Meanwhile, 5-man camp invading the bottom. Diablo goes down.
Nice pick there. Diablo has 79 souls, so won't be able to come right back. It's going to hold on to those, but a nice pick there by Waiting on Cherry. Picking up that camp, taking it away, taking it off the board. Now they're in a position to pick up their own siege camp, as well as their booster camp if they want to. Mr. Sneaky says, I can only pick up one camp at a time. I can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, they're certainly trying to confuse Clouded Minds, do some abnormal groupings and rotations, and so far it's keeping them in the game. Let's see how it plays out towards mid-game.
End's coming online right now for Clouded Minds, though.
Casey Court looking to grab onto something there. They're going to settle by clearing out this siege camp. Getting out just in time. I was a little bit scared there for Waiting on Cherry, as we saw a huge rotation by Clouded Minds, kind of putting a lot of resources into whatever they do, maybe rolling as a death ball. 10's online as well for Clouded Minds. Not looking to fight under that tower, but they do get another big chunk out of it.
Yep, Waiting on Cherry putting top lane pressure. Zul's going to have to respond to that, so they're going to be looking at a 4v4 potentially in this bottom lane. Shield does come out. Waiting on Cherry's looking for a big engagement. That Deckard Stun's going to catch 3 of them.
Wow.
Just barely surviving. But he does go down. Waiting on Cherry doing a really good job with those cups, keeping everybody just barely alive. Discord makes it out. Cherrywood still putting pressure.
Oh my goodness, I don't know how they're all still alive, but they do get the kill there onto Casey. Casey still almost at full souls. Ruffian in a bad spot. Ooh, the gust comes out, but Ruffian will go down. It's delayed double kill going out for Waiting on Cherry.
Yeah, again, Waiting on Cherry confusing Clouded Minds and getting them into a 5-on-4 situation.
Getting that kill, yeah. I'm sorry, continue.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Sneaky going down in the bottom lane. Looks like Clouded Minds is looking to rotate on these low heroes. Dax going down. It doesn't look like Cherrywood's going to make it out either. However, Taika's still chasing, and that minigun doing some work.
There it is, a triple kill going out to Clouded Minds. Did Waiting on Cherry stay a little bit too long? Hard to see over that wall. That's where all the heroes were.
I think they got a couple kills, they got real excited, and then they stayed a little bit too long. I've been there.
Oh, nice interrupt there by Discord. Trelana is going to be able to get this Dragon Knight. And this Dragon Knight's going to easily just sneeze on this mid fort and take it down.
Yeah, meanwhile, Ruffian in that top lane just creating lots of experience value. Global ready on standby, I'm sure, to come help out in the bottom lane.
Zestique saying this Lily is wild. Dax Pog there, not gonna lie, says Brown Balla. Oh, here's the APOC, there's the flip. Nice unstoppable coming out. Here come the cups. Traxix, though, is taking a lot of damage. There comes the Poison Nova and the Gust. So low on the side of Waiting on Cherry. They gotta get out of there. They gotta find some health somewhere. Cups has already been used.
Zul did go down, though.
Yeah, you got to hand it to them. They're making some pretty incredible plays with the extremely limited health pools that they have in these team fights.
And being down a talent tier in that fight. A pretty decent defense. They do lose their front wall. When Ruffian does get away with a fly up top. Keep soaking, and down goes the Dragon Knight. Whew, tied at 5 kills apiece. Just, oh my goodness, there's a lot going on this map.
Yeah, these team fights are really hard to follow. There's just so much going on, but I gotta say, this Death Punisher, with the timing and the value that he's getting on these cups, just barely keeping everybody above 10%, is just going crazy in favor of Waiting on Cherry. They need to find a way to make up this experience deficit that they have, but the team fights so far are looking like they actually have it favored.
Clouded Minds is sticking together, and when they split, Waiting on Cherry is using that as an opportunity to gank, and I think that is working out for them, but this might be play in reverse as we see Clouded Minds up on the top, waiting in the bushes, waiting for a rotation. Discord does spot Casey and decides that they do not want to go through there, suspecting a danger. And here we go. The push continues in the bottom, but here comes Clouded Minds in to try to catch him.
Yeah, gonna miss with that scroll, but I think this is the right play. Waiting on Cherry needs to recognize when they need to back out. That's a mistake that they made earlier in the match, and I think that they're doing a good job this time of just leaving that that bottom lane when they needed to see that rotation coming in, and just going and responding elsewhere on the map.
Big bruiser camp steal there by Traxix. It's going to create a lot of pressure on the top hand lane. There comes the APOC. Iron Skin is popped. Here's the slow and the root. Wow. Going to get the cleanse on out. Here comes a stay a while, catching everybody on the side of waiting on Cherry. It's a 5-man sleepy time story from Deckard Cain himself. Wow, what a play there by Star Knight.
Yeah, great
Said it's
disengage.
nap time.
Control both shrines.
16's online.
That was looking very dirty for a second. You had Clouded Mines completely clumped up and in a narrow pathway, but they managed to have Star just give them an out there. That was great.
Yeah, that was a huge play by Star right there.
Here's another bush opportunity. Casey Court is showing, as well as Ruffian. Is Ruffian bait? I'm not sure, but they know that the rotation is coming down here to try to capture this bottom channel. In the meantime, Traxix gonna cap top. This is in a bad position for Waiting on Cherry. If they need to defend against this dragon, if they're going to. They're looking for 16.
Yep, with the timing, Shalana's not going to have enough. Nope. Not going to have enough time to make that channel in the mid lane, so they are going to have to respond bottom if they want this Dragon Knight.
Whew, that was close. Nice cancel there by Waiting on Cherry.
Yeah, if Clouded Mines goes down, this is a 5-on-4. This is not a good situation for Clouded Mines here.
Bullets up, leaps up, everything's up. Out comes the bullet onto Trillana. Here comes the leap as well. Trying to get the burst to stay a while. Out comes Odin. Oh my goodness. Here comes the Wailing Arrow. D Cherrywood is very, very low in the back, trying to get away. Does get taken out. Here comes the siege damage into the APOC and the flip there. Boom, and Sonya does go down, and now the chase. Mr. Sneaky goes down. It's a triple. I think Death Punisher and Dax are going to get out. Clouded Mines snagging 3 there, and the dragon with the flay from Ruffian.
Yeah, and my guess is they'll go straight to the bottom lane. They're going to take that keep and see how far they get.
Nematode says epic story time indeed. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Skycake.
No, yeah, it's just these team fights. I mean, as far as the damage is concerned, Waiting on Cherry is really putting the pressure on them, and I think they're favored in these team fights. But the disengage value that you're getting out of Star Knight and Ruffian on all these is just insane.
Agreed. Down goes the bottom keep, not wanting to press forward anymore there. Did they leave KC Court behind? Or is it just bait for a re-engage? Here comes the Bone Prison, but Iron Skin and the Cleanse there to get out of it. Meanwhile, Dragon's going for a romp mid. Gonna get some damage on this keep. Waiting on Cherry's not sure which way they want to come around on this, and they are a little split.
Yeah, positioned a little awkwardly here, although they could take advantage. The shield does come out in a big leap. Is there another disengage option for them?
Oh, huge Poison Nova. Cups comes out, but it will not be able to save Mr. Sneaky. Discord getting low too, trying to spin to stay alive. Is going to for a minute there, but will go down. It's a 2-for-1, and the Dragon Knight is still up. Down goes the mid keep. There's a big boop away onto Johanna, and that's a triple kill. 3-for-1 favoring Clouded Mines. They're going for the core. They're going in. They don't want to give Waiting on Cherry an opportunity to get back into this game.
This could be it. They could win the finals right here.
I think the respawn timers are too long. D Cherrywood doing what they can, but it's too much.
Johanna goes down.
Division D West Coastal Finals is going to go to Clouded Mines with a 3-0. GG's, well played.
Wow.
Oh boy, what a match. Well played.
Yeah, what can you say? Clouded Mines entire season long, and even through the playoffs, dropping only a single map.
That's right. Yep, in their last playoff match. We will update the scoreboard here. That is 3. 3-0 for Clouded Mines. Very strong showing tonight. Taking us out 3-0, denying us our 5 games of casting. But very, very well played.
Another day.
Wow. Anything that you guys want to talk about these stats on the board, or any talent picks that interested you?
I mean, for me, the talents across the board, pretty cut and dry. You know, the only thing I regret is with Traxix running the Deathwing in Game 2, I would have loved to have seen Casey go for the Lightning Breath to watch some double flames going on, just for the memes, right?
Oh, sure.
But
right.
No, I mean, absolutely commanding performance. All 3 games post 10. Waiting on Cherry had level advantage in 2 of those games up until about level 7 or 8, and then Clouded Mind just started to come online. They were great positioning across the maps, really responding well to all the camp grabs. Traxxas putting so much pressure in those off lanes and still able to respond every time when the team fight came, especially even in that last match. I mean, you saw Waiting on Cherry take a 5v4 in the bottom lane, but it seemed like with Traxxas on the Zul in top lane, they had an advantage, but all of a sudden Zul just showed up, Poison Nova came out and immediately flipped it. So Traxxas positioning in all these games is just impressive.
Yeah, 2 things stick out at me here, Weenus. One, Zul, 147,000 siege damage, almost double anyone else in the entire game. That's big time XP right there. And then Falstad 6-1. That's why you ban Falstad right now. He's broken even without that talent. Really, really nice work on the Falstad moving around the map. And dominating 12-6 in kills. Great performance by Clouded Minds.
Indeed. And Waiting on Cherry, they didn't walk away with a win here, but they played their hearts out. Well played. Waiting on Cherry, says Mazzino. Yes, indeed. And it looks like we have a party waiting for us. The cameras are still funky anyways, but that's okay because I'm going to lose you anyways when we go into Discord. So I'm going to say goodbye to you friends right here in your video. We'll call you back at the end. And for now, we are going to hop into Discord. I think they're in lobby 2. Is that correct? We will find out. Searching. It looks like we have the whole team in there.
I guess
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Clouded Minds, for being the Division D West Season 11 Coastal Champions. Well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What?
How are y'all feeling? Welcome, one and all. We have the whole team in here.
Indeed. I think we feel great. We're pumped right now.
You outstanding. Let's take a look at this bracket. So you have now overcome lowered expectations, puns upon a time, and Waiting on Cherry to get here. You are the Coastal Champions. What's next? Are we going to go for the Grand Champions? That's next on the list, yes?
That is next on the list, yes.
Clearly, that's all that's left.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Murky calls it a big tuna kahuna. We're after that big tuna kahuna.
There you go. Going to move on. Wow, what a season you all have had. Only dropping 1 map in regular season and playoffs combined. No maps dropped in the regular season. Whew. That's crazy impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really, major team effort from our part, and just a lot of hard work on our end of practicing together, making sure that, our coordination's on point, and a lot of researching. Trax and Ruffian all season long were amazing at researching all the other teams. And then as a team, we came up with a game plan for each team going into the matches, and turned out in our favor.
Well, very good. Let's just let's get some questions started, and I'm just gonna address it to the team. So whoever wants to take a turn, go for it. I think we're just gonna concentrate on what your favorite parts of this matchup were. So what was your favorite part of match number 1 going to Infernal Shrines?
I think the fact that we got to go to Infernal Shrines, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't it at all.
I think getting Stukov was our favorite part. We were so excited when Star got to play Stukov. That's at least what I think it was. Like the initial we thought they were gonna ban it and then they didn't, and we're like, yes, we get him.
Your execution on CC using your 6-player Mr. John Cena into Sonya leaps and getting the silence in there, as well as believe, did you have Blessed Shield? Yes, you picked Johanna in game number 1.
Yep. Indeed.
After Tiger says, I don't think Johanna's a very good tank. I don't know. After that game.
Oh! I mean, the thing is,
what do
it's
you
like
think
with
about
John
that, Tiger?
Cena. I mean, the thing is with John Cena, we can't see him, so.
Ba, ba, da, ba.
It's not the hero, Tiger. It's the villain.
Casey made Johanna look good, but in my opinion, Johanna is a mediocre tank, but Casey made Johanna look like ETC.
Mediocre, but it's just
like a rock star.
What does that even
Coastal
mean?
final winning right there. All right, I'm going to turn it over to
Wow.
Tiger and Skycake for questions about game number 1. If they have any.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely. Game number 1, super good performance from you guys. You should all be proud of yourselves. I want to know, just from a team perspective on that map, because everybody played just so well. But have you talked about it? Did you discuss maybe a game 1 MVP? Where are your thoughts on that?
I don't think we really have. Like, every time a game would end, we were like, okay, let's starting all over again. Let's pretend like this is the first game. We're resetting. So as soon as one map was done, we completely reset and we were on to the next one. We completely forgot about the previous game. So I don't think we've really talked about it.
And I don't think we really had an MVP in mind. Everybody was just playing so lights out and trying really, really hard to focus on doing what they need to do to win the game. And we all played our part really well, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
So, I mean, oh, go ahead, Star.
I was gonna say, at these moments, it's very much you have to put your best foot forward, and then some, and then some. So you have to play at like 120%, all cylinders going at it. Everybody. We played out of our minds, and it showed tonight.
Star, are you saying that you needed to go even further beyond?
One could say that, yes.
Yeah, it definitely showed. You guys had extremely well meshed combos in that match, in all the matches, really. I gotta say though, from a caster perspective, there were so many situations in that game 1 where somebody from Waiting on Cherry, we called, hey, they got out, they're getting away, and then all of a sudden, Ruffian Sam's just raining down and slamming them to death.
Yes. Actually, I do have to agree with that, because I do remember a few times on Lunara, I'm like, my W's not up. I can't, increase the poison. I can't do anything. Oh, wait, never mind. They're dead. Because every time it was just like the Q or it was the W or something that would catch that person. So that was mad props to Ruffian there for sure. Actually, mad props to the entire team.
This guys.
What about you, Tiger?
Yeah, I got a question. So game 1, you went in. I want to know, first of all, it was game 1 of the finals. Were you nervous? And did it ease? I mean, how did you feel after you got the first Punisher? You take down mid-fort with it and go all the way to the keep wall. How did that feel?
I think I can speak for everyone in the fact that we were all a little bit nervous going into it. I mean, it's the Coastal Finals. We did make it here last year, but we want to make sure that we showed up and got a victory tonight. So we're all kind of butterflies going into it. I think the fact that we were able to locate them on the bottom camp and push their fort wall in mid early allowed us to push so heavy with that Punisher. And so when we did get it, we were able to, exploit a major advantage. But I would say that the nerves started settling in pretty quick for all of us within the first couple rotations on that map when we were starting to get ahead on the wave clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had really good communication as a team, really in all 3 games. But on their rotations, we were like constantly talking about where they were. Like, and Casey, you're right. We knew they were on the bottom camp, and we decided to give it to them and take that wall in the middle. And it kind of led to, once we got the Punisher, the wall was already down, so we were able to get right in there on them, right in on the fort. So it feels good. I guess that was probably my favorite moment, because we made a conscious decision and we saw the benefit of it. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Let's move on to game number 2, where we headed to Garden of Terror. What was your favorite part of this match? Game number 2.
I kind of liked the part where on, I believe it was the very first seed that spawned, all the way in the bottom right, if I'm not mistaken. The call-outs between everybody there was really good because we were like, okay, can we interrupt them? All right, I've got my grenade. Okay, I got it. Okay, I can't interrupt him again in case he just goes, I got the stomp. Okay. All right, who else can interrupt? Decker throws out the cube. All right, next person. And we just kept cycling through who could like use their abilities when, which just, again, kind of falls back on that really good communication and coordination between the team members that we were so on point. We could like specifically call it, okay, no, I got this. Next person. Okay, I got this. Next person.
Really nice handoff between interrupts and also timing it, I believe, with, I think Traxix was up top getting a camp that got significant value by being able to be up there, then get in the air, and then join the action and eventually take over that point. So, you know, and that last taking that camp after waiting on Cherry, you really got a significant amount of value out of it, and it was a great play.
Thank you.
All right, Skycake, any questions about game number 2?
Yeah, I just not so much question, but I guess with that value that you guys were talking about in that first seed, I wonder, you know, we were all kind of hoping, not that we wanted you guys to lose, we were hoping it was going to go to higher games. I wonder if we would have seen anything differently, because you'll see the frustration when you guys watch back Dax on that first seed. You guys got so much kill value, and they had that seed channeled, and a Shambler just walked up and smacked him at the very end of the channel. So it was a real feels bad moment. But you guys think that that first seed kill was like what gave you a lot of momentum in the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that we talked about coming into this series is we wanted to build up momentum, and we talked about coming out really strong, making a statement like right from the very beginning of the game. So it was important for us to have that presence in the early game, and just kind of like mark our territory or something. I don't know. But we wanted to come out strong, and I feel like we did, and it benefited us.
Yeah, you guys did a great job on it, because it's interesting. Every game, pretty consistently, Waiting on Cherry was ahead of you guys in experience up until about the point of level 4 or 5, and then you just took off when you guys had control of the map. I mean, you said that you guys were communicating this. Obviously, with Gardens of Terror, there's lots of camps to control, and Traxix do an amazing job on that. Is Traxix typically, the one that's taking the majority of the camps while you guys just focus the other side of the map? Or were you guys, I can't remember if you were all picking up the objectives together?
I think it depends on
situation.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. It depends on what character I'm playing. Like if I'm playing Murky, they really don't have to worry about camps too much. But if I'm playing a character like Zool doesn't really take camps very well until
We still
13.
have another week, Trax.
I'm never gonna get to play it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
It's psychological. I'm making them think I really want it, so then they'll ban it, but I really do want it, so they don't know what to do. I'm messing with their heads. But yeah, it really just depends on the hero I'm on, the hero they're on, the map it is. Like that's something that this team is really good at, is who can take the camp in this specific moment. What is everybody doing? Okay, Trax is dealing with 2 lanes. We're going to send so-and-so to do it. Everybody else is pushing and there's no other value for her to get. Okay, she's going to go and take the camps while we push with the Punisher. Like we're really good at dictating who should be doing the camps at the specific time.
Right. What about you, Tiger?
Yeah, game 2, like you said, it was all about that first seed, really. I mean, you already had momentum from game 1, and it seemed like in game 2 and in game 3, you had kind of 4v5s around them quite a bit, with Traxix showing up a little later. And that was the same thing on that first seed. You were able to poke it with 4 and then have Trax keep off-laning a little bit until the dragon went up in the air and then landed on him. But was that something that was planned, or was that just kind of how the game came out?
I think it kind of ended up being spur of the moment to a degree, because we were focused on trying to pick up a camp to get some value there, and then we realized, oh man, we're a little late on the rotate on that. Can we interrupt it? And I think I pulled off just early enough that I could throw the grenade, and then things kind of transitioned from there, because I don't think we even said anything to each other about like, okay, we need to like chain stun or slow or interrupt them to like get tracks down here for this fight. It just kind of naturally happened.
Yeah, but also the calls were made, like we were fully aware Trax wasn't there. We were fully aware we were 4v5. Trax was calling out to us when she could get there. So we knew that we were 4v5, so we were just trying to just be careful, interrupt if we could, but we were totally okay with giving it if we needed to.
Yeah, whenever I can use my minimap DLC and see that all of the red dots are near my team, I am very vocal at saying, I am not with you. You are not as a 5-man. Do with that information as you will. And sometimes they're just like, screw it, we're going in. And they kill them. And sometimes they're like, okay, Casey, a lot of times when I'm playing Death, he'll be like, wait for tracks. And I always call out until I can land. He's like, 5 seconds. So, they're very aware. We're very good at vocalizing where we are on the map so that nobody takes a accidental 4v5.
But I would say there are a lot of planned 4v5s when Trax is telling us not to do it, and I just tell her, yeah, we're going in.
Yeah, I thought you were giving that seed for sure, and it's always, I mean, you're walking a fine line there when you got 4 around their 5, but you all made it work. That was nice, very nicely done.
We've learned to live dangerously. That's kind of how it is now.
You heard it here first.
That's
Star
the
Knight
life you have
is
now.
Austin Powers.
I was just about to quote Austin Powers.
All right, you
Dang
get one
it.
quote. You get one quote. Go.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
gosh. Oh, behave.
Oh, stop
That'll be good for the soundboard.
Do I make
Yeah,
you
right.
Randy, baby? All right.
Oh.
Moving on to game number
Stop it.
3. Moving on to number 3. You're like, no, my name is not Randy. That's not what. Anyways. All right. So game 3. Before I hear about your favorite part of that game, what happened in the top hand lane, and what did you do to switch that up with that gank and push from waiting on Cherry right from the start?
You're talking about where I kind of got 5-man.
5-man bush time up in the top hand lane, and it was
It was
had
not fun.
a big white van parked in a dark alley for you, and there was just nothing that you could do.
Well, the call out there was, oh, they're going to cheese bottom. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go top then. And they were not bottom. I was lied to by my team. So I think after that happened, it was kind of like a crap. And they're like, okay, reset. And then we all just kind of were like, all right, we have to figure out where we're going to send people. And then they just took top. They gave no cares to the world. They were taking that top tower. So I think we did the smart thing of we just pushed the other lanes because they were going to take that tower no matter what I did. So we might as well just take things otherwhere, get value someplace else, and work on pushing out. Because top lane, you've got the bridge of death there. So if they take that top forward, I'm not as concerned. We were more concerned with opening up a win condition lane and bot.
Absolutely. And now that we've talked about probably your least favorite part of the match, or of that game, of game 3.
I would argue that was my favorite part.
Oh my god.
It's a little BM. Gonna have to apologize for that.
Just a little bit of BM on our part.
I'd play it, but the soundboard's dead. What was as a team, what was your favorite part of game 3?
Star, you want to answer this one?
I think realizing that we could go the distance, and that was that moment where we had the Dragon Knight. We're a few dead, and then we just realized this is our moment. There was a moment, we took it, and now we're just kind of basking in it, and now we have to reset. We can celebrate tonight, but we can bask in it. But tomorrow, we have one more week.
Getting back to game 3.
Yeah.
That's my favorite moment. I don't know what you're talking about.
Or do you want to say the word moment one more time? I don't think I heard it enough there.
Moment.
Cause Star,
Can you say that again?
in a moment, and he can't get out of it.
It was just like last season we did not get this far. This season we did, and it's a very nice moment. We can just, I'm gonna say that a lot. It's just, it feels good, it's a very good moment for us as a 5-man to know that like we can do. We did a lot of the impossible this season, and it was very cool to be a part of that. And we can celebrate tonight, but we also still need 3 more W's to win it all. So,
and you can party every other night. Sorry, go ahead, Ruffy.
Yep.
I was gonna say in game 3, I think my favorite part was when we got that last Dragon Eye. We were pushing that bottom. We took the keep. The call was made not to go for core. We just felt like the death timers were too short, and then we were able to go mid and also get the mid keep and take the big team fight there. There were poison novas going off, and I was in the dragon. I was just breathing fire on them, and I was getting really excited because I kept like seeing their health bars get really, really low. That was probably my favorite moment.
Very good. Anyone else? We're gonna throw it over
Yeah,
to Sky. Okay. Throw it
Oh,
over
no,
to,
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it over to
I didn't
Skycake
wanna-
unless anybody else
I
had
didn't wanna
another
interrupt
favorite
anybody.
moment. All right, go ahead, Skycake.
Sure, yeah. So the team fights all throughout that game 3, super chaotic. You guys were put in situations where Waiting on Cherry had all 5 of their team members super low, but the Cup's value was just coming out and keeping them all barely alive. What do you think, as far as your roster, was giving you the most edge to fix those team fights?
I think once we hit 16 and I was able to get the overpower talent where I get stacks of it, it changed. Because if you notice, like the last couple team fights, as soon as Punisher popped cups, I just flipped them and it was done.
I think in general, 16 is a big power spike for all heroes in the game, and it's especially so for the composition that we had, because I know for myself, I ended up dying a few more times than I would like that game, but once I hit 16 and I got the stronger frag grenade, I was able to get a sniped pick on somebody that was running. I also know that I was able to be a little bit tankier going into that fight as well. I know that Ruffian gets a really big power spike at 16 as well, and she did a really good job of laying down the damage. We actually both were able to make great callouts on focusing people down during those fights, which I think that was a big thing for us, is that we've got 2 very auto attack dependent characters, and the coordination on, I think at one point it was a fight in bot lane that we lost KC, but Ruff said, I'm targeting this person. I stopped what I was doing immediately and turned on that target, and we ended up getting a counter pick. We had to back up still, but I think our ability to make that coordination and just be able to make the right calls at the right moment is what gave us the edge in the team fight, I think.
Yeah, I think at least on maybe 3 or 4 occasions in that matchup, you guys were in really risky positions, and you got absolutely insane value out of disengages from the Deckard and the Falstad. And it completely gave you a reset on the fight, which you guys turned every time. I thought that was fantastic. So congrats on that. Tiger, what about you?
Having those disengage and re-engage abilities that we get on Falstad and Deckard definitely allowed us to play a lot more aggressive. Even when we knew they were flanking us, it was okay for us to kind of hold position and wait for it.
Yeah, and we kind of said ahead of time, like we did our scouting on them, and we knew that they were a very aggressive team. So we purposely wanted to have some sort of disengage. Like on the first game we had Stukov, on the last game we had both Deckard and Falstad, because we didn't want them to force us into a fight we didn't want. So we purposely made sure that we catered that to this team, that, you know, they like to be aggressive. Let's make sure if they're a little more aggressive than we want, we can just say, no, thank you. And Rufy can just gust them away.
Very good. Tiger, do you have a final question for game number 3?
Yeah, final question. So I think Waiting on Cherry realized in games 1 and 2 that, I guess, going traditional toe-to-toe with you wasn't the wisest thing for various reasons. And game 3, I thought they did a phenomenal job of throwing curveballs all over the place. 5 top, 5 bottom. Like you didn't expect where they were going to be. And I know that can be difficult to deal with. How was the shot calling from Star, and how did you guys adjust so well? Because you really handled it extremely well.
for me at least, as soon as we realized that Trax got picked, it's like, oh, well, okay, that happened. So let's just fan out real quick. Big deal. It happens, and that was a good surprise on that part. And we give them the kudos for that. So it was very much like we didn't lose a lot of XP because of it. We lost a little bit of structure, and in the end, we ended up losing that top 4, but we still were able to manage that XP lead. So that was our main concern. Yeah, we could forfeit a fort so long as we can trade for it. It took us a little bit longer than we wanted to, but we got it. And then at that point, we were able to just open it up and do what we needed to do to win.
And we were really communicating about like when they were shoving top. Star actually said, "Can you handle that?" And I said, "No, but there's nothing that you guys are gonna be able to do about it. Take something else." And there were times where they were all bottom, and I was like, "Do you need me?" And they're like, "No." And I was like, "Okay." So I just kept double soaking. So we made sure that if they sent 5 people somewhere, they stayed safe, and we got value in other places to keep up with the XP.
And
That's a good point.
yeah.
Go ahead, Star.
Sorry. This was kind of like one of those moments where I've talked about a lot at times, not recently, but there's this trust factor between the 5 man of us. We understand what our capabilities of, and we understand where our strengths are. Where one may be lacking, as I say that in air quotes, we can punish them anywhere else. So that has helped us out this season entirely as like a collective 5 man talking about it, and it's just been very cool to see the success that we've been able to have play out.
Yeah, well, you can tell with the communication how that ended up. Sorry, I think I cut someone off, but I have one last question. KC, how many beers do you owe Ruffian for saving your butt with those gusts like 4 times?
7.
Probably quite a few.
It's over 9,000.
I think they're kind of used to saving me in ways, with some disengages. But like I said, it was kind of our game plan going into it. We knew the type of team that we were up against, and so it was okay for us to stay in those aggressive positions, especially, my team knows that I love to be up and in other teams' faces, and so it just enables me to play that style.
I know when to ring the caller in.
And to be fair, Casey saves us a lot too, so we have to save him sometimes too.
I mean, he saves us whenever we actually do what we're supposed to do and actually go towards the tank, because I know I'm guilty of not doing that.
Very good, very good. Love those answers. All right. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations once again. We will be watching you taking on one of 2 teams, depending on what happens over in the East. I don't know if this is played yet, but it's going to be number 1 seed Brickhouse versus number 2 seed the Probius Strikes Back. This will be for all the marbles for the grand champions of Division D. You've already won the West Coast, and all that is left for you is the East. All right, do you guys have any shout outs before we let you get on out of here and celebrate your win?
Yeah, first off, thank you guys. It's Tiger and Skygate for casting us. Really always appreciate it. It was really cool for you guys to pick this up. I would like to thank Waiting on Cherry to just, amazing set. You guys have all the right in the world to be proud of what you did this season. You guys were awesome. You guys are great to play against. I'm glad that, we had this set, and I hope you guys for the best. I wish you guys all the best in the world. Our team, Clouded Minds. It was really cool tonight. We have 3 more W's. Let's do it. Nothing else, nothing more. Let's do it.
I would like to personally shout out Tiger, because he is the one who recruited me to this team. So without Tiger, this team may have never been. Just gonna say. So I will give a shout out to Tiger and a shout out to my husband because he always watches all of our games. So.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yes, thank you, Trax's husband.
Right.
Trelena would also like to thank Trax's husband. Not gonna say why, but there it is.
I'd like to thank Trax's husband too for the guild invite. Thanks.
I'd also like to thank all of the teams for Division D West. It was a great season, and everybody just was really fun to play with and had great attitudes and made it, a really fun division to be in. And thank you for everybody who's watching on Twitch right now, and thanks for your support, and good luck to all the teams, and hopefully everybody's playing again in season 12.
Yeah, it was fun to play, buddy. It was really cool. I appreciate learning and knowing everybody. As somebody that's a very new captain of the team, so it was nice knowing everybody, nice getting to know everybody's, time schedules, all that fun stuff. So.
All right, anything from KC?
Yeah, thanks, Weenus, for all you do and casting. And actually, just one last shout out to NGS as an organization. Thanks for all of the board members and everyone that puts in the hard work to moderate the divisions. The dedicated time they put into organizing everything. It's super fun. This is only my second season now, and I've never had more fun playing heroes than when we get to compete in NGS. So it's a good time. Excellent.
Did you have anything else? I didn't want to cut you off, Trelena. Is there anything else you had to say?
Not really. Just I love my team. I love all the people that casted us. I have had an absolute blast doing this, and looking forward to continue to play some amazing HOTS.
Most excellent. Well, congratulations once again. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll
in the notes here it says Trelana thanks Skycake for showing him how to play Lunara in the previous week with a. No, never mind. That wasn't in there.
That didn't happen. All right. All right. Well, thanks very much for the interview, and thanks for being here. And great games tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Bye.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Bye, friends. All right, I'm going to call these boys back. See if we can get them back in the loop one more time. Maybe not.
I thought I was in the loop.
Oh, here we go. We're getting one. We get two.
Maybe.
All right, I'll turn
Is
off
that
the
two?
I think so. I think we got two. I'm gonna turn off the chickens. I'm gonna turn your guys' video on, and everything's gonna be messed up. Maybe we'll just do a rough cut real quick, and then pull you guys down where you need to be. This is gonna be awkward. We're gonna do it real quick. See if we can do it fast. Oh, I got a tiger. We'll just pop you in that window there. Very good. And do we have a sky cake? I don't know. Figure it out.
We definitely have my dogs. They're awfully vocal about this.
Here we go. Yeah, you change one thing and everything goes bananas. But I think we can get Skycake back real quick. I want to see your pretty faces just one more time. Okay, we're getting there. Sorry, everybody. I swear, I was prepared. All right. Thank you, gentlemen, both for being here. I appreciate it. It's definitely a lot more fun when I have other people with me and helping me cast. It's always a pleasure. Tiger is moving, and that's okay. Any shout outs to you, gentlemen? Do you have any social medias that you'd like to plug or anything like that before we go and raid on over to the NGS 1 channel?
No social media for me today. My rig's not good enough to be doing the the streaming that I'd like to do. But yeah, just shout out to NGS for posting this or hosting this stuff. I had a blast casting with you, Weenus. It's always a pleasure. Tiger as well. Super fun to be involved with this stuff, competing and casting. So yeah, it's just a joy to be with you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Tiger, also shout out to Tiger for doing those interviews with me in the pregame. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Weenus. Always a pleasure to be on here. I'm starting to stream next season, Tiger Hots at twitch.com. So come see me next season. And yeah, it's been fun. Congrats to Clouded Minds. What a dominant season so far. And looking forward to the next step for them.
Excellent. Very good. I have typed in your twitch.tv/TigerHots. Go follow now, and then you can be all set when Tiger starts going live next season. You can follow me on Twitter at MoistWeenus or twitch.tv/MoistWeenus. Thanks to both of you gentlemen for being here. Thanks to both of the teams, people hanging out in chat. And we'll send you on over in just a second.
Wait! Don't do it!
Don't do it! We'll send you over.
Don't do it yet!
Okay, you have 5 seconds. Go. 1.
Okay, but putting you on the spot. No, it's too short. You guys asked the captains previously, and I need to know. I just need to know.
Yes.
If you guys had to date people from Hots, who would they be? You can't be asking the captains that and not know yourself.
Well, I mean, I wrote the question, and it is murky.
Oh dear God.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of that McGurgle gurgle, if you know what I'm McGurgle.
Jaina's hot.
There you go. Way to end a cast. All right, we're out of here. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you later. We're going to send you over to another NGS game. Bye.
I shall be your shield.
Blessing upon friends!
Hell, it's about damn time.
We are steadfast in the face of peril.
Don't underestimate a Nephilim.
Stormwind honors those who serve.
This is only the beginning of our journey.
My wrath shall not be quenched.
Your deeds bring honor to us all. By steel or fang, we will prevail.
Not even death can save you from me.